Oh, oops, wrong one.
We're live.
There we go.
Hey!
Okay. Yeah, all right, cool. All right,
guys.
Live.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the U.S. Drift Circuit Driftstream over at Palm Beach International Raceway. That racing channel is hosting an event, and they're got associated with U.S. Drift Circuit.
Mm-hmm.
And we, based on the success from the previous Driftstream that we did, we're now doing another one. So thank you for joining us. Welcome back, and with me, Noel.
Yeah, hi. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here again. It's been kind of a pretty cool event up to now. Unfortunately, it's been raining.
Wait, it's been a cool event up until now?
Yeah, up until now.
I would say it's actually cooler now.
Oh, wow. Okay,
I
well.
see what you did there.
Yeah.
And
He says it's been cool up until now.
And the gentleman with such high enthusiasm is Tim Murphy.
Yes, it's the fruit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it's
good.
It's the sugar, the natural sugar.
Yes.
Oh, man, the way you put that in your mouth. Wow.
Okay, I don't know if everybody is a fan of that, but okay,
Yeah,
let's get into the action over here.
Yeah.
All right. So we're here, despite the weather. It started out pretty scary. We actually didn't think we were even going to be able to do this.
Yeah.
We have plastic bags over everything. We have towels on hand.
Yeah.
And we had a nice little dry spell for a while.
Yeah.
We actually had like a false sense of security. We're like, oh, hey, it's going to be pretty good. Then all of a sudden it rained.
Yeah, it was rough.
So
yeah, I mean, if you look at if you were able to see our setup, we have like tarps and like banners everywhere to like protect all the equipment because you know it's all electronics and we're outside in the element. So I mean, so yeah, we can't really see the track from where we're sitting. So, but we do have cameras out there, so we're able to see what's going on. But it's yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool setup either way. I mean, it's just, you know, we can't see live what's going on.
yeah, we really can't see live. We are watching what you are watching. The only advantage we have is we can see all three cameras at the same time.
Yeah.
Which hey,
On really tiny screens.
really tiny screens, and I only got one good eye, but
Yeah.
it's working. So
how's that
tonight-
fruit, Ben?
It's good, right?
It's really good.
Going
Sorry.
for that pineapple, right?
Oh,
it's good.
Yeah, let me get a pineapple.
So while that you guys are devouring my fruit basket, we'll just talk about the event so far. We got a good variety of cars,
Oh yeah.
and I see some pretty strong Corvettes out there tonight. I was watching the. I always forget that turn number. I can never remember. It was a turn
What, 10?
1 and turn 10. Turn 10.
Turn 10 is the one, yeah, down that way.
Yeah, I was watching that while I was waiting for. Oh, did somebody get in an accident? I see a car in a trailer in the distance. You wouldn't be able to see this from our view, but
It looks like the
that looks like a vet.
yeah, the C6 Corvette.
Oh, I was just speaking of. Oh, you can just barely see it in the very top there. Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
It's just at the top right there.
Yeah.
But we are. If you haven't been to PBIR and you haven't been to an event or really watched any videos, let me explain the setup. So currently we are on the watchtower, or the viewing tower, however you want to call it.
Watchtower.
The
I like
watchtower.
that.
Okay, the watch.
I like that.
Well, I don't. It's kind of like. But anyways. that's
No, it's like
Jehovah's
Justice League.
Oh, it's like Justice League. I like that.
I'm a DC fan, so
There you
yes.
go. So basically, we are on the infield side of the go-kart track / autocross course / drift track,
Yeah.
which is on one side of the raceway, and then we have sandwiched in between the go-kart track and the drag strip, we have the road course, which
Yeah.
is they are running the full road course tonight, which is nice.
Yeah, which is great.
It's wet out, so I'm assuming everybody's tires are going to last all night. So you got a mix of happy drivers, sad drivers, because some don't like the wet rain, and some are happy they're not have to go through so many tires.
Yeah.
So if you haven't been here, that's the basic setup. Now, unfortunately, from what we understand, this will be the last event at the kart track, and also our last event broadcasting from the watchtower.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. But I mean, on the next stream, it's gonna be a pretty cool setup. I mean, it's gonna be our first time testing that setup out. But we're gonna be on a part of the road course where we could see turns 1, 2, and 3, and then we can also see the sweeper behind us as well. So we're gonna set it up to where like all that is it's viewable, and obviously we're gonna see a lot faster drifting.
Whoa.
And then of course when the tandem classes come out, I mean that's gonna be a lot of excitement there.
Yeah.
Especially in the dry. Don't get me wrong, I still like the wet drifting because I mean it's cool. It's better for tire wear is it takes a lot longer. It's also better for like beginning drivers, to get used to the way a car should step out and slide and it helps them learn throttle control, like concentrate a little bit more on throttle control since things are happening slower.
Even the drivers with average, any driver really driving in the rain, I don't like it. And I think that stems from when I used to drive my E30, and I drove the E30 with I didn't like the welded. I know we've been over that before, why I didn't like the welded, but I would slide on the limited slip, the stock, I'd rebuild the clutch plates, add some stuff to the diff to make it lock a little better, ramping and whatnot.
Right.
But in the rain, it didn't always want to lock up in the rain, so it wasn't fun. And sometimes I would just get that one tire fire, or I'd really have to throw it in hard in order to get the diff to lock up. And it was way better in the dry, so I never liked it.
Right.
Now that I got the Z with the welded diff, I haven't slid it in the rain yet, so I probably should have drove tonight, but I came out tonight to support my brother.
Yeah.
He and to do the live stream, be on here full time, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And my brother, he picked up a Volvo 940.
Yeah.
4-cylinder turbo.
Super cool car.
Super cool car. We cut the springs. If you guys follow my Instagram page, I do drifting, and my YouTube page, I do drifting. And I actually just converted my YouTube page over to be just called I Do Drifting. I figured I'll just keep the same name across the board. Makes it easy.
Yeah, that'll be.
So we cut the springs in his car.
Yeah.
He had to weld in new seat mounts because if you haven't met my brother, he's like 6'7", so he almost has to sit in the back seat.
Yeah.
So he had to weld in new seat mount for his aftermarket seat. He's got one of those big boy Corbu seats.
Yeah.
And just a little this, little that. He did a full exhaust all the way back, and it's automatic.
Yeah.
And I actually spoke to him on the way about walking back up here.
Yeah.
And I was asking about how does it feel. He's like, well, when it's in drift, he goes, it actually feels pretty good. He said the problem is sometimes he does feel like you said, it does feel like the diff's not locking.
Yeah.
Because on that car, basically what he did is a locker diff, and there's these tabs that swing out or whatever to.
Yeah.
So you weld them in place, so it's supposed to stay locker diff.
Okay.
So I don't know how it works.
Me neither.
So he welded those up, and so doesn't give him a full-time locking diff.
Okay.
But has a really long wheelbase. I think 109 inches.
Yeah, that's really long. That's
Right.
almost as long as the G35, which is 112.
Yeah.
That
So
was just insane.
So he's really not sure if he wants to go with welded. He basically said what he's having a hard time with is the automatic, because when you have a clutch, you could clutch kick it.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't have that option.
Yeah.
And e-brake works, so he said e-brake works fine.
Yeah, I saw it was working awesome.
But he said just he doesn't have that clutch to help him.
Right.
Especially he hasn't drifted in probably 5 years, 5
Yeah.
or 6 years. So not only does he have to combat getting back into the car and the feel of it,
Yeah.
he has to do it in a whole nother car where he had the E30 set up the way he liked it.
Yeah.
Now he's not only not in his own car, but he's in an automatic. It's like a whole nother world for him. But he's out there.
Yeah. And he's doing great. But now to just to kind of like make a point about his size, Paul he's a giant. So like
A gentle giant.
Gentle.
Yeah, a gentle giant. He's real cool. So like he's not.
It's funny.
He's not trying to eat me.
Not to cut you off. I'll let you get back in here. We used to play paintball,
Okay.
and he would sneak up on people and all the time.
Oh,
And as big
what?
as he is, you're like, how do you sneak up? And they'd be like, well, we can't hear him.
That is so crazy.
And I don't know how he does it. He's just got really big feet. I guess it just covers a bigger
Yeah,
mass.
it spreads the weight out real well. Now now just to like talk about what I was saying earlier, we're up here on the tower looking down onto the go-kart track, and he was pointing out to like a certain turn, and I was just kind of like, why is he pointing all the way out there? And then I thought we were talking about this turn, but he's talking about like another turn over there. But then I started realizing that he was pointing all the way out there because his perspective is like way different from mine, when he has about like 10 inches of difference in height. So I was like, oh, he is talking about the same corner. It's just
His arm's a lot longer than
yeah,
that one. You can actually reach out and be like, that one right there.
yeah, it's but yeah, he's real cool. He's doing awesome. I'm proud of him. We are gonna see him on the live stream eventually when he comes back out to the kart track. So
I don't know if I can't tell if he parked his car or not. But he did tell me he was going to do a couple more laps. So, well, we should probably, I can't really see because it's so small. I got to kind of look
yeah,
up.
and I can't really see out where the car is parked. There's a lot of people around that area.
Yeah, I don't think he's out there. I don't see his car.
No.
So he told me that he was going to do a couple more laps.
Yeah.
And then he was going to park for a little bit because he's actually been out there for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, he's been driving for
And
a long time.
there's no letters on the cars, so they're just going around and around. And nobody's kicking them out.
Yeah.
There's no letters on the cars because the rain washed it all off. Well, Paul said he never put a letter on his car because he got that, which is new this time. I'll go ahead and break into this real quick.
Okay.
U.S. Drift Circuit, what they did this event and probably next couple events is that they're doing a, so they come in here and they tech all the cars. Sometimes they get 75, 80 cars. Getting everybody through tech is hard, so they're doing a pre-tech.
Okay.
So you pay an extra $10. They go over your car, and you're pre-tech for the rest of the year. You just got to fill out your card, and I guess they check your helmet and make sure the basic stuff, but you don't go through the full tech like you normally would, and you get a sticker for your car. And you pick a number. So he picked number 808, which is pretty cool.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
It's like old school bass. The 808 kick drum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
old school.
I was thinking about Hawaii, but
Hawaiian? Like,
yeah, that's the area code for Hawaii.
Oh.
808.
Well, it kind of looks, so maybe it could be.
I mean,
No, not really.
everybody likes a vacation out there, I guess. So.
Yeah. That looks like that's one of the school cars.
Oh yeah.
So, Ben, have you've done instructing before for the Drift Academy, correct?
It's been a long time.
A long time.
A long time.
You want to touch on that, exactly how it works out for anybody that hasn't heard about it?
Oh!
What? Oh, man.
Yeah,
That's a school car.
well, I mean, well, I don't want to take it away from Ben. Go ahead and say what you were going to say.
I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Well, either way, I mean, what it is that, like, you can come to the event. We touched on this at the last event live stream. But you can come to
Is
the
that
event.
Paul? Yeah, he's heading this way now.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
No.
yeah, there comes
That's
Paul.
you talking about him being able to sneak up on people.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I told you.
No,
What?
I'm saying he wasn't able to.
Oh.
So anyway, I mean, you could come to the event, pay $35 per lap, and drive a drift car. And now, of course, you don't need any experience driving drift cars or anything like that, or being on a track. And that obviously brings up a lot of great characters into these cars. Which, but it's great. Even though they don't have experience or anything, I'm pretty sure they're out there even spinning out or whatever. They're still having a good time doing something that is otherwise illegal on the street.
Oh!
There he is. There he is.
We almost had a crash right here.
Yeah,
Oh, we
I
did?
saw that. I saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It was very close.
Do you want to grab Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, he's good. He doesn't want to talk.
He doesn't want to talk.
He
Okay.
doesn't want to talk to us.
Yes. So, either way, you can come out and take a lap, have fun. It's great. Whoa.
And what's good is that I have to apologize for my lip smacking.
It's all good.
I'm just a little hungry, trying to get something in my stomach. No, I'm good. But I'm hungry.
There's gotta
And
be something at the drag strip.
I didn't see anything.
Well, there's smoke over there, and that
there?
must be food.
Barbecue?
You can drive your car.
What happened to the Corvette?
I don't know. We
They
just saw
pulled it off with the truck.
Yeah,
on
we
the
saw it.
go-kart track.
No, off the road.
I don't
course.
know.
I think it was off the road course.
Oh, road course?
Yeah.
Because we saw it.
It's on the back of a flatbed.
Yeah. Well, we saw it going down the on the road course coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which
That
vet
sucks.
was it though. Was it the guy that we parked next to?
No, it was over there.
I think it was the gray C6, right?
So, yeah, it's a newer, yeah.
Yeah,
he was doing good on that front turn.
Yeah, he was doing. He was
ripping
doing pretty good out here too on the kart track, which sucks. But I mean, talking about vets, I mean, I've been watching the Drift Week
Oh,
videos. Oh, Miata went off.
Oh, where'd that Miata? Is that a Miata?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue one.
Where'd that one come from?
I don't know.
I don't know. But I've been watching the Drift Week videos with Matt Field and his Corvette, and man, it's kind of crazy how, about 10 years ago, if you would have asked me like if a Corvette's a good drift car, I would have said
Say no, right?
Yeah, I would be like, no, it's a terrible drift car. And now I'm saying, if you're gonna do like competitive drifting, that is the best car you can buy because I mean.
You remember when God, what was his name?
Who's the first guy to bring that?
The guy in the Porsche. Remember the guy in the Porsche?
Yes.
Sounds all weird.
Tyler McQuarrie? Was it Tyler McQuarrie?
Headset.
He doesn't want the headset.
Oh, he doesn't want to? Okay. All right, no, I didn't know. That's fine.
Okay.
Switch it.
Yeah.
Switch it.
Yeah, switch it the
can
other
you
way.
hear?
That's better.
Oh,
The wire
yeah.
on the other side. There we go.
There we go.
Get a
Okay.
little closer. Get a little closer. There we go.
Yeah, I believe it was Tyler McQuarrie that was driving the.
Tyler McQuarrie, that's
yeah.
Yeah,
it was,
don't be
yeah.
shy. Don't be shy.
And then
What happened to Conrad Grudenwald?
he just kind of burnt out, I guess.
He
he's-
was awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, he's doing a lot of like Ferrari stuff. So like, I don't blame him. I'm pretty sure he's still missing. I've heard that he still like watches FD and all that.
Oh.
But he was one of the few that was doing like really well in that Camaro.
Yeah, I thought he was doing great.
Yeah, and and that's not really a chassis that I would say is very competitive, but he was one of the ones that was like really pushing that car. Him and Tyler were
Yeah.
doing pretty good, but that's a really odd car.
I think he got robbed he was getting robbed a lot of calls, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Conrad?
especially like, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't want to talk smack about like the judging in FD or anything like that, but I mean, there's
Too
sometimes.
late. You already did.
Oh, but I'm just saying like.
Everybody else does.
There's sometimes a disconnect between the judges and the audience, like what they're looking for and all that, and what we're actually seeing. But I mean, the truth is like sometimes you would see him get robbed, especially against like drivers like Von Gittin. Not to say that Von Gittin's a bad driver; he's an excellent driver. Obviously, we all know this, But sometimes it just seemed like he would get the call.
Yeah, Gravedigger effect.
Yeah, that's true. Like people want to see the Gravedigger win because it's Gravedigger, and Von Gittin is obviously
Gravedigger.
the biggest name
Didn't
in.
Tyler win after he crashed into the wall? Like he won even though he crashed into the wall or something like
Yes,
that?
that
Wasn't
was-
there a call like that?
Yes,
It's
there
like,
was.
oh yeah, he crashed into the wall. But
It's so
completely
sad
fine.
because
He
it
won.
Where'd he go?
It was against
did
Chelsea
who go?
Denofa.
Oh,
at
he's still
Wall.
out there. Okay.
What are you talking about?
What?
Well, it's hard to tell the cars when they're driving around with their lights off.
Who?
Oh.
Oh, you mean my car?
There
too?
it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
can you see my car? When you're
Yeah.
out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I have
Oh.
my lights off.
Well, we haven't seen you on the live stream yet. Yeah,
No,
we just started
We just started, yeah.
like a
Oh,
few
okay.
minutes ago.
So-
But yeah, it was Tyler McQuarrie versus
he got a good
Chelsea.
video, you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I do. I gotta send it to you. But it was Tyler McQuarrie versus Chelsea Denofa. Tyler was leading, and this was in Wall, New Jersey.
Okay.
And
yeah,
I,
that was Wall.
from what I remember, like Tyler was kind of wall dragging, and that wall isn't exactly even all the
Yeah.
way through. And I guess it
Hooked
just
him.
caught his car, sent him into the wall. But then
Chelsea wrecked
but-
right after him.
But Chelsea crashed right after him without really contacting him. But the thing is like Chelsea had nowhere to go. You know what I mean? So it's like, and
But they rolled in
I
Tyler's
remember
favor.
that.
yeah, back in 2012.
Yeah,
in
I
Wall, New
remember
Jersey.
that.
And it's sad because now Tyler got the win for a mistake that he made.
Are we boring you?
No, I'm trying to post up. I'm so bored.
Let me look at my phone.
I'm playing solitary. This is way more exciting.
All right.
But
I'm trying to post
the only thing that I can justify with that call, and it's not really justifiable in my opinion, but the only thing that I could come close to with that is the fact that Tyler's car was able to be fixed and Chelsea's was not, because in the next set of battles, I guess like the grade 8 or whatever, the Tyler's car came back out. And even though it was kind of like Frankenstein or whatever, but he was able to bring the car out while Chelsea's car
Well,
was
Chelsea
just,
didn't really have a team back then. Though.
No, Chelsea didn't have a team. I think he had a full framed front end and everything. And that just kind of like, the whole car was bent. So, which sucks. But, from that, a lot of opportunities came up for Chelsea. He drove the RX-8 for
Hey, we got E30 Gangster
Oh,
in the
awesome.
chat.
All
Oh,
right.
sweet.
Whoop, whoop.
He's a
Hello.
local. He's a loyal follower.
Hello, Guillermo. So, it gave him a lot of opportunities. He went to the Bergenholtz RX-8, which was kind of cool. Like, even though the car was kind of a mess to drive, but like he still had an opportunity to drive for somebody else while he was building his E46. And then, the E46 was a great car, but it was just reliability was the issue. But when he got that car going, he was a terror. Like, he was such a great driver.
He was just battling engine issues, I think, most of the time.
Get
Was,
them blown.
Oh, he
was
was
always-
running, what, an M52?
And he was doing everything almost himself, basically, right?
Yeah, he was running an M52, and I think it was like a very basic build, but he was running a ton of boost, running over 700, almost 800 horsepower on an engine that, that really, the way it was built was not going to handle that kind of thing. But, I mean, that's pretty crazy. But going back to the original point, yes, I mean, there have been a lot of calls that I don't necessarily agree with in FD, but I mean,
Yeah, you're going to get that in any
What happened
judge
to his
sport.
wing?
you're going to get, yeah, exactly.
Maybe it fell off. I don't know. We missed
Isn't that
that.
the same guy?
Is it a white
Blue.
top?
I mean,
No,
green.
that's another.
Green with a white top?
No, that one's all green, and I heard a V8 out of that. The other one has an inline six.
Yeah, there's a green one with the white roof, E36.
Yeah, that's a different car.
There's some nice cars out here tonight.
Yeah, we got a ton of different cars, like we mentioned before. There's
I feel like I really kicked it out over here. Was I taking it out?
Yeah, you're going out past the.
yeah, you're going past
You're
that.
going pretty far. I had to watch the videos. I don't remember exactly, but you had the lag section down. It seemed like it was flowing a lot easier for you than the front section.
I don't have enough angle.
Well, no, I mean, but I think it's
Well,
better.
but you were hitting.
no,
were you
your
hitting
setup.
your
I
frame
don't have
rail?
enough steering angle.
Were you hitting your frame rail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hitting my frame. Every time I slowed down to just like just pretty much a stop. When I try to stay off the throttle and not try to go full lock, I was fine. It's when I tried to stay on the throttle and go full lock, is every time I just came to a stop.
Oh, so like the tires hitting the
over-rotated.
frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's slowing down the front, bringing the rear end around. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
So what do you think about the Volvo altogether?
I like it, but I need a stick shift.
Right.
It's so weird to correct with, like, you go to, like, what do I correct with? Step on the gas. There's nothing to do.
I think the whole earth just shook.
Yeah. You almost took down the whole tower.
Oh man.
No, I mean, then okay, I'll grab the e-brake, but I know when I grab the e-brake, it's pretty much I'm dead in the water
Right.
yeah.
because it just kills everything.
Right. It slows
Yeah.
you down, and you're already going slow on a course.
It's not like I can grab the e-brake and clutch kick.
Yeah.
Grab the e-brake and wait for the torque converter to hit on.
But at least the chassis looks like it's good.
Yeah, no, chassis, I think manual transmission and a little bit more angle. Just, I don't need a ton.
Yeah.
Just like 5 more degrees.
Yeah, a little more angle, manual transmission, and from what I was noticing, maybe like a little bit of diff work.
Yeah, something's weird with the diffs. Sometimes it locks, sometimes it doesn't.
So explain the diff, because before you got here, I was trying to say, oh, you welded something to keep it a locker. And
So it's a G80 locker made by Eaton.
Okay.
Okay, if you look up G80 locker on Google, it'll show you exactly what it is. But it's got this little mechanism that causes pressure to be applied to the clutch plates. So it's got clutch plates in it. It's got clutch plates, it's got spider gears, but the mechanism that pushes on those clutch plates is this spinning thing. And if that thing doesn't spin and catch on the welded piece that I have welded in place so that way it catches, it'll stay open.
Oh, so it's not even a guarantee that what you welded in there is going to work.
No, the guarantee, the weld, what I did was just weld the counterweight, so that way the counterweight is always ready to be initiated. But there's still another piece that has to fly out
to catch it.
to catch it, because it's sucked in my springs. And the only thing that makes the little gears fly out to catch
Is
the part is the inertia.
Inertia. Wow.
So it's very weird.
So
Like entering is really weird, because I'm just throwing it, and like I can feel like it may want to make a decision whether it wants to drift or not.
right. Oh, we're tight here. We're tight.
Oh yeah, we are tight.
What do you mean tight?
Like
does
the
that mean?
cords, because look, I can see your head like kind of like. I don't want you to go. Yeah, and then rip it right out.
No, I'm not going to go like this.
Okay. But yeah, so that I was trying to explain that, but I'd never seen it, so I.
It's
didn't
hard
know
to
how
explain.
it. Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
But otherwise,
It looked okay.
Yeah, well, like I was telling them, as not only are you battling a car you've never been in before, drifting a car automatic that you'd never drifted in automatic before, you're coming off, what, 5-6 years of not drifting?
Yeah, it's been longer than that.
So, right, so that's...
2013 was the last time I drifted.
So, but what the most important question is, are you having fun?
Yeah, no, it's
That's
been
right,
fun.
KDF, man.
Yeah.
KDF.
I did go park it, though, and puffs of white smoke started to come out.
Hey, I
that
mean,
could have been a
question-
blow. That could have been a blow by. Maybe the turbo.
We'll see.
The engine's actually getting some work. Like in its
Yeah.
like 20-year existence.
Yeah, it was old. It actually was retired from. Actually,
wait.
that's what I want to
Oh.
send. I want to send the video to the guy I bought it from
Okay.
because he took it from his dad because he didn't no longer trust his dad driving it. So I want to send him a video of it because I told him what I was going to do with it, but he's like, "That's weird."
You're gonna do what? That don't make no sense.
Well, I mean-
you know that's Volvo right there, right?
I mean, for normal people, they look at a Volvo and that's just like a family car, like just something to get around in.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no performance aspect to it. But
Mhm.
like little do these normal people know in Europe,
It's got a turbo.
Volvos. Well, it's a low,
right,
it's
that's
a
right.
it's a low pressure turbo, but still it is a turbo.
Low pressure. I'm making 12 pounds. What are you
12
talking
pounds.
Well, you're
12
making
pounds.
you're
12
making
pounds.
you're making
in your face.
it wasn't making 12 pounds when you
Break
bought
yourself.
it. But I mean, like, you know, little do they know in Europe that's actually like Volvos are actually
Little do they know. Fun fact for you.
Man,
Yeah.
that Volvo is has a little turbo that could. I mean,
Yeah.
Turbo
because
that could.
I'm turning the boost way down. Like, as soon as I... There we go.
Oh, we got
Crash,
There we
crash.
go. Well, nope.
It's gonna crash.
right. That guy in that blue S14 has been hunting doors all night.
Oh, and
Wow.
tires. And
And
tires.
tires.
Look at that.
But he's pretty good driver.
So a little turbo that could.
So, when I put the exhaust on that thing, it would make, like, at 2,500, 12 pounds.
oh, sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, there's nothing restricting the turbo from spooling
Yeah,
up
but that's a
faster
quick spool.
now. Yeah.
But it's, you know, how big is that turbo? It's like,
This big. This big.
oh, I made you look. Oh.
Tiny little turbo.
Tiny turbo.
So,
Hey, has anybody ever said, I don't know why I thought of this, but when you said tiny, I thought of Tommy the Tank. You seen
What?
that?
Timmy Tommy the Tank? What
Was
the
that
hell's
little
that?
the little kids used to watch the little train?
Thomas the Train?
Thomas the
Thomas the
Train.
Train,
You seen
yeah.
that? You seen
Timmy
that
the
edit?
Tommy the
Yeah.
Tank?
Oh, I don't remember.
What the hell was
Timmy
that?
the Tommy the Tank of the train.
What are we
Oh,
doing?
I'm
Taking a
gonna
selfie?
He's taking a selfie.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh,
What is this?
God.
Who's he sending it to?
No. Hey.
Oh, anyways, but
That's
you
going on
Lucky I
Sarah.
can't send nudes.
did you see the edit
What?
where
Send it.
like
What?
when? Oh man, always listening to me. Did you see the edit when they made it to the Fast and Furious? Oh, see, there he goes.
I'm trying to learn where the tether's at.
The
I'm
Fast
testing
and
limits.
Furious where they
Yeah.
put him in. and you
Don't
saw
test
that?
the limits of that. That's my Xbox.
I think
Mike.
so.
Where he ran. He's chasing Han and it's actually Thomas the Tank. Thomas the train
Oh yeah, I saw that.
slams in and he's the one that actually killed Han in the Tokyo Drift.
Oh,
You never saw that?
Oh, they made a Thomas the Train edit?
Yeah.
yeah,
Thomas the Train edit.
it is so great. It is.
It is really
There's
good.
lots
I-
of Thomas the Train's a big thing.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah, they put him inside Skyrim, the video game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as a dragon.
What was that? What's that on course? I can barely see it.
It's a Miata,
oh,
I
is it a
think.
Miata?
Yeah, it's no,
No,
that's
it's
a
a
Z4.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Z4, nice.
That's a
I've
stock Z4.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
there before.
Yeah. Well, Tim, you
It wasn't too bad. You know,
Poor
the
guy.
skid pad
Yeah.
really wasn't that bad.
It seemed like. Well, you had an open diff, so like you were struggling with that, but it seemed like the chassis was very settled.
Yeah.
Oh, you remember who did that? Mike Essa. You remember he
Yeah.
he did
Yeah.
one for a while.
I actually drove with him when he had the Z4 up at
Oh, yeah.
the CFRC.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
CFRC.
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
the
old.
CFRC event, and I got to tandem with him, but we both spun on entry,
Oh nice.
so I didn't feel too bad.
Well, I mean,
Is it me or does everybody feel good like when you're driving with somebody who knows a lot better, or
Yeah.
just when you're watching them and they
Yeah.
spin, you're like,
Well,
okay,
They can do it
he
too.
spun too, and he's pro.
it makes you realize like, oh, they're humans too. Thank God, you know, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't look as stupid when a pro actually messes up. So, but yeah, that was a very wild car.
That's why I enjoy Media Day. Media Day is the best.
Oh yeah, on
Media Day?
Oh,
Thursday
that's when they
practice.
spin off.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Spin
Oh,
nonstop.
yeah.
Yeah.
When
Media
is that?
Day.
Are they going to show Media Day?
No, they
No,
never
they never
do.
do.
They never
Actually,
do.
hang on.
Sometimes
yes,
they
do.
did. I watched it
In
before.
Long Beach, they do.
Yeah. I
In
love. Yeah.
In Long
no.
Beach, they do show
I gotta
Media
do
Day.
that.
And that's the thing.
Take
Is
that
I
day
tell-
off.
I was talking to somebody not too long ago, and they were talking about, oh, I felt they spun. I was like, what are you worried about spinning? I say, have you ever seen the practice day for Ref D drivers? I go, they're spinning all day long.
Oh yeah.
I said, you see them at the event, and they've already had 2, 3, 4 days of practice.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to kill it.
Yeah. Now, I will say that this last year, 2019, I went to Road Atlanta, and on Thursday.
You went to Road Atlanta this year? Last year?
Yeah, I was living up there, so.
Oh, wow, man.
yeah.
Might have.
I want to go up there again.
Yeah. No.
It's May 5th this year, right? Is it May 5th?
I'll be in a cruise.
Yeah, it's that weekend.
Wait, Cinco de Mayo?
Yeah,
Is
Cinco.
it? Is it? I don't know. I'm
Cinco de
just.
Mayo Drift.
Is it?
I'll
it's-
find out.
It usually is.
Yeah.
Orale!
Anyway, but I went. I
Usually
went
on
last.
Mother's Day.
I went last year for the Thursday practice, and right out of the gate, most of them were killing it. Like I was kind of like, this isn't what I've been accustomed to on Thursdays.
Well,
Granted,
they've been driving the same track for how many years?
that is true.
I mean,
And last year, a lot of people were kind of running kind of similar setups to the previous year, because I mean,
Yeah,
they
but
a
they're
lot of-
there on Wednesday too, though.
no, they're not there Wednesday. I mean,
Yeah, they are.
they'll show up, but they won't drive on Wednesday.
You sure?
No, they won't drive on Wednesday.
isn't that Tech Day or something?
Yeah, it's like Tech Day or just like kind of setup day where they just
When
kind of
is
set
it?
up their rigs.
It's May 8th and May 9th.
Oh
Yeah. Are you guys down to go?
no, I'm gonna be in. I'm gonna be on a cruise ship.
Oh
yeah,
man.
I can't. It's my daughter's
Oh.
birthday.
Oh well, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
But how about Orlando?
What about Orlando?
Orlando's the
Orlando. Yeah, Orlando. I think we could probably do.
I think-
Orlando's
I
next
wonder.
month.
Can we get anybody to sponsor us to pay for a booth there and do our live stream there?
Dude, you know how awesome that would be? Guys, what do
Problem
you
Who's
think?
in the chat?
We
with
do
$1,000.
I think it's 800. I'm just joking.
Oh, hey, real quick. Guillermo asked, yo, why does Ben have sunglasses? His sunglasses
He
on?
wears his sunglasses always at night.
Because
I
it's
wear
Ben.
my sunglasses at night to see what
we
I
have
can't
these
see.
like studio lights in front of us, and
See,
I,
he's
Like
a
the
good
guess
sun.
he has
My,
like,
my eyes are sensitive.
he has
He's
sensitive
a
eyes.
good. Noel. As much as you're a good friend, you
I
totally talk. You got his back.
I try. Nobody
Even after he
nobody
swept
has
up,
my back.
He's like his wife.
Yeah, no.
He just threw like a whole bushel of blackberries all over your car.
I know. You know what?
A whole bushel.
All right, so now
really
now
blackberries.
that I remembered that, yeah, Ben wears them because he's stupid.
Yeah. Hey, that's rude, all right?
What do we got here?
Orlando
What
is
is
on
that?
May 28th.
Oh, the
and May
Corvette.
30th.
Oh, C5.
That's the Corvette that parked next to us.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
hitting some tires.
Yep.
Now, we have two Corvettes at the event. We have a C5 and a C6, which really
That's a
chassis-wise.
C5.
Yeah, that's a C5.
How do you know the difference? I don't.
That's
well,
the one before the ugly one. I mean, after the ugly one.
Oh.
Yeah, the
okay.
that was the one
In
after.
your opinion.
That is
Yeah.
from 1997 to 2004.
That was the first nice looking one, and then they
That's the
came with
first.
a nicer one. and
That's the
then
first one with
nicer,
the LS
nicer.
LS1. Because before
Yeah.
they were doing
So
LT
what year?
ones.
What year is that then?
1997 through 200004. Now that the
Here we
one
go. Here we go. Look.
specifically the one that
The
was on
Z4.
track. Oh, there is a track.
Oh man, nobody's driving.
Good. You gonna go out?
Technically my class is 840, but
Okay.
by the
Yeah.
time I get down,
You were out there for an hour and a half.
Hey,
Technically, you
get
should've-
your money's worth. Go drive, man.
There's nobody out there. Now's the time to go.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
Bye. All right. Don't walk away. There you go.
So yeah, the C5 Corvette, the one that was just on track, is the first one to come out with the LS1. That's the first one, and I believe it was also the first one to have
Oh.
that.
They got me.
That actually hit hard.
Oh.
Yeah, that took me by
That
surprise.
was fun.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was awesome. That car is awesome.
That's funny.
So I think it was also the first one to run the transaxle rear end, where the transmission is actually mated to the diff, and they obviously they have really good weight balance. Now that car actually, the chassis is very similar, or actually about the same as the C6 Corvette, the one that came after. So like the angle kits that you could get for the C6 actually bolt up to the C5, which is awesome. You know, like, so, like, and it's great to see these cars out now drifting, because
Yeah.
as I said earlier, like, if you asked me 10 years ago if that was a competitive car or even a good car for like fun drifting, I would have said absolutely not. That's a terrible car. But now with the availability of like angle
Oh, here's a
kits,
nice little tandem going on here.
oh yeah, that's a great time. I'm telling you, that blue S14, he's been hunting doors all
good.
night. He's been doing great.
Nice.
Great driver. So, like, you know, with the availability of these angle kits and whatnot, and the fact that Corvettes are starting to get cheaper, I mean, you know, and let's say you do want to be competitive, I think that is the right car to get, because it already has the right engine. It has, it has plenty of aftermarket support, and really, you don't even need that much to get the car going. You buy a C6 with a 6-speed for $15,000 and throw a roll cage and an angle kit, and you could go and win prime with that car. You know what I mean? And then let's say you move up to Pro 2, throw a supercharger, and maybe a few cool little suspension bits to dial the car in just right, and you're running in Pro 2.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
so
pretty easy car to, I guess, get started in.
Yeah.
You just gotta, the initial buy is what you gotta.
Yeah,
really
it's just the fact of the matter is like, all at one time it's expensive, but when you really look at the long run, it's cheap. Now the one real big downside is working on those cars, because like if your clutch goes out or you have to do anything up there on that side of the drivetrain, you have to take out the whole rear end since the transmission has made it to the
Yeah,
diff.
you were telling me about that.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt, but I think if you get the setup just right on the car, and you're not pushing that kind of power for like Pro-Am, the car is awesome. You're gonna do really well with the car.
Ooh.
Hey, since Paul's not here, we could spread out a little bit more, can't we?
Oh, you feel? Well, I can just put my arm over your shoulder.
Oh, well.
That actually feels good, doesn't it?
the warmth.
I'm warm. I am warm. Everybody says I'm warm. That's funny.
Anyway, because I need some
Elbow room.
Well, I'm fat, so I need like more space for my legs to, Anyway, so
If you want, you could just switch the headset.
I think that headset would be better.
Yeah, switch to that.
yeah.
Should I switch the mic too?
No, if you want.
As long
No,
as
it
you can
doesn't
hear
matter.
yourself.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, there's a cool variety of cars out here. I mean, obviously, speaking of variety, we have an S2000 on track. When do you see an S2000 at a
Whoa!
Okay, so that's why you don't see that many S2000s in drifting.
I think he was just about to engage VTEC, and then the engine just threw him off, and it just
it was in that crossover point where it was just like he didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Indeed.
Actually, that was a pretty good example of why those cars aren't the most popular things in drifting. They have really weird steering. Like
They have the variable ratio steering, if I recall correctly, where it's like if it's driving under a certain speed, it'll adjust the ratio so that way you have less turns, the turning radius. Less revolution for you to reach full lock.
So, it's just...
The Z has something like that.
Really?
I can only touch on, I don't really know the ins and outs of it. I just remember reading something that there's like a solenoid or something in the steering rack to where it makes the steering, I don't know if it does the ratio thing, but it makes it tighter or easier or harder to turn depending on whatever speed you're going, I guess. And you take this thing out, and then there's like another piece that goes in, so it gives you full power steering all the time. And I actually I'm going to look more into that and
You think it's affecting your driving?
No, I would affecting my driving. Just I need more practice, but hey, if it helps, why not?
Look, just treat it like as if like you see the movie Speed.
Of course.
Yeah, just treat it like you have to maintain a certain amount of speed, and if not, like catastrophe will succumb to your vehicle.
Oh man.
Well, it's kind of funny that it has that. Yet you see all these cars, all these 350s in the event, and they do just fine. It's kind of weird.
Well, yeah, I don't know what year. That if it's only a certain year, because I have an 08, I don't know if it's only on the later years. There's subtle changes from what I think they started in 2002, 2001.
2003 was the first.
Well, the 350Zs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about 2003. Sounds about right.
2003 is the first model year for the 350Z and G35.
Okay.
And the first 2 years they had the regular DE engine, and then in 05. The 05 350Z, if you had the 35th anniversary, you got the rev up, and in 06, all of them had the rev up. And then for the G35 and 05, they all had 05 and 06, they all had rev ups.
2002.
Oh.
2002, 2009. Then they started 37. I thought it was 2002. The only reason why I say 2002 is because I could have sworn I've seen them for sale 2002s.
Oh, okay, yeah, like for the 03 model year. But yeah, I mean, they were being produced in 2002.
2002.
That's fine, whatever. Anyway, well, I go by the model year, but
well, I go by the actual year
that they were produced.
Well, would you buy it? It's whatever says on the title. It says in there too.
Oh, okay. I've never seen one that says 02 on the title. So.
Well, I've never seen it. I only seen my title. I've never seen an 07. Oh, wait. Is that somebody else? There's another car coming off the track. I don't know if you can see it on the live stream. But
No, we can't.
In the very back top, you'll see this bare.
Oh, is that Paul's Volvo? It's very square.
No, it's not Paul. Paul's Volvo. He didn't take his Volvo on the.
Yeah, that's something else, but it looks very square like a Volvo.
It does. It does look square, but I don't think he took it on the road course. Paul's right there.
Oh, okay.
He's right there somewhere.
Okay. Well, he's about to drive.
He's about to drive.
Cool. All right. So luckily, our boy didn't.
Yep, we should see him. He is maybe like 5th or 6th in line.
So either way, I mean, like so as I was saying, yeah, first 2 years you get the regular DE. The second, the 05 35th anniversary got the rev up. The all 06 350Zs got rev ups, while the G35, 05, and 06 were all rev ups as well. And then in 07 you got the HR, which was the best of the three. There was a lot of revisions done to it, where oil consumption issues and everything that were fixed.
Yeah, my car is born. It doesn't hardly burn any oil.
Yeah, which is a blessing.
And they thank God they put the dipstick in the front. Because I hate the D. They put the dipstick underneath the intake. Oh, it was ridiculous.
Oh no, that's ridiculous.
Oh, wait, let's go back to that.
Oh man, what happened there?
I don't know.
So yeah. But then what sucks is like the G35 in 2007 went to the V36 chassis.
But they're different wheelbase.
Yeah, they're it's a different chassis altogether.
But the G35 coupe and sedan are the same wheelbase. Correct?
They're the same wheelbase.
They say the G35 actually has better. The sedan has better steering angle and is lighter. Somebody said.
Somebody said that. I don't believe it.
Chris told me. I think.
I can't believe that, because I mean you got more doors, more
doors for more tires.
For more tires.
Yes.
Yeah. For more cores.
Yeah, for more.
For more rubber.
Cores.
Yeah, for more cores, like tire cores and battery cores, and
I've never.
bumper cores.
Like now we can see.
I disagree.
Wait, I want to see what car is that on the
Yeah, what is
on
that?
flatbed? Is that a truck?
It's got like a really flat rear.
I can't see. That looks like a.
I think it's a truck.
That
Is
looks
that?
like. That. What is that? That looks like a rodeo.
Right?
Isuzu rodeo or something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, after we're done with the live stream,
Wow. What is that?
it looks like it has like a Ford Ranger front end or something. I don't
It's
know.
like a Forerunner or something.
So
there's Isuzu rodeo or something.
after the
That's
live
cool.
stream, if that car is still in the
Well, yeah,
pics,
I gotta take
we'll
pictures of
We'll
that.
take pictures, maybe video, post it up on our YouTube
Social
channel.
medias.
Yeah,
Social media. So, what's your social media? You're going to tag your.
Oh yeah, well, Instagram is Hibino86, which is HIBINO 86. I'm not gonna.
What's your Facebook?
My Facebook is
Baby girl 86.
I need to come up with a stage name, I guess. But for now, it's Noel A. Garcia.
Oh, okay. So it's your name.
Yeah, just my name. And then that's all for now.
Cool.
I mean, I do have a YouTube channel, but I mean, I have nothing on it. And when I'm ready to create content, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the SFL Drifters channel
Makes sense.
for my media platform.
Yeah, I told myself this year I'd start shooting more videos, and I did that one interview. I actually did a how-to 350Z suspension, but I haven't edited, put it up yet. I'm really slacking. I really got to get on the ball. I want to go out to a speed shop, so if anybody knows of any speed shops, message me or tag me or something. I do drifting on Instagram. I'm on Instagram a lot more than Facebook.
Yeah.
It's just easier.
Yeah,
and there's so much political stuff on Facebook. I'm not.
I don't
into
pay
it.
attention to it.
Right.
Facebook for me is memes, so memes and car stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think we can definitely like do something. Maybe even help each other out with.
I think we
with
should.
media.
Well, I'd like to get together with Spark. I shout out to Spark Tuning. He gave me a couple stickers.
Yeah.
And Spark Speed Shop. But he's in Naples, and he said I'm gonna look to him for some help with that, because he said he used to be involved in media and all kinds of different forms of broadcast, and I don't really know anything about it. I've always wanted to do more of it because I enjoy it.
They have a website, right?
Cheapdriftcars.com is their website. I actually took the stickers and I put them all across my helmet.
Yeah, I saw that, so
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, we always try to help each other out. We're at the end of the day, the drift community or car scene altogether, the way cars are going, and a lot of people say the car show scene and the racing scene is dying out, or you got more kids and younger adults that don't really want to drive. They'll just Uber everywhere. That lack of desire that is slowly kind of creeping in, we got to stick together and just support each other.
Yeah, of course. Now, I mean, which is sad, but I mean, it's like, I feel like the parents didn't show them how cool this is.
Yeah,
like,
I had my daughter out. She's 13 years old, and she said she really wanted to go. At the end of the day, she's just kind of sitting in the corner watching a little bit, but she's here and she wanted to come.
Yeah.
And she's excited about me teaching her how to drive and drive stick. And
that'll be awesome.
Right. I already had her practicing shifting gears while I'm driving my Z. Just that little tiny
That's
bit,
awesome.
those little things that just plant that seed.
Yeah.
And just whether she becomes a drifter or into racing or race cars, it's that little bit of experience and that she can carry as she's an adult. It's something that she'll remember for the rest of her life.
Of course, and like, well, I don't have kids, but I mean, like, I remember, like.
Well, we'll find out in 9 months.
Yeah. Yesterday wasn't Valentine's for me. It was Forever Alone Day.
Oh,
Forever
boy.
Alone Day.
So anyway, but I mean, like, I do remember, like, as a child, actually coming to this track at 5 years old.
Moroso. Back then it was called Moroso.
It was called Moroso, and we would come out to like all the drag events. So, like, they had Super Chevy, Super Ford, Hot Rod Sunday, Citrus Nationals, and it was
Pink's. That was back when Pink's was real popular, right? Remember Pink's?
No,
Remember that?
It was before that.
That was before that. Oh,
I was a little kid. I'm talking about like 5-6 years old.
Oh, a little jit.
Yeah, and so obviously, like, and I already had an interest in cars before even coming to my first racetrack, but it was like because my family, my dad and my uncles, we were always about cars, and they always had cool cars. They never really raced them on a track, and I was really the first one in my family to like really pursue that kind of thing. But we still had that car bug, and if it weren't for them, maybe I wouldn't be here today enjoying this kind of thing. And I think like this is something positive that you can show to your kids, because I mean, like, you know, like they can, you know, like especially hanging out with their parents, doing something, watching, like learning about something, like they could be hanging out.
Wait,
what?
Sorry to cut you off. That's Paul.
Oh.
I see the green.
Oh yeah, he's having a real hard. Let's watch this. Always has a hard time with that first part of the track. Like you said, the initiation is weird. So let's see how he does. Usually on the last part of the track, he does all right. Let's see here. Good.
Right.
Okay, now he's getting
Back
back in.
turn, yes. Just stay on the power. Stay on the power. And let's go on the switch back over here.
Oh!
Well, it sounds like the track is drying up. It has dry spots, so I mean that could be tricky to navigate as well.
So it's either gonna help him or hurt him. We'll see.
He needs an angle mod. I mean, he has to work on that turning radius.
Yeah, at least try to extend the wheels out to where they're not hitting the frame when he goes to full lock. So.
Yeah, well, hey, he's out here in a car that nobody else, very few people out here would even try. Really.
I wouldn't. Honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't have brought that car. That
automatic.
Yeah, there's nothing there for me. But he's doing something that nobody else would do, and that's awesome. And I'm proud of him, man. He's doing really well.
Yeah, you know, he was gonna buy a Z.
Yeah.
But like we said, he's such a big guy, he couldn't fit in a Z.
Yeah.
And he actually tried to drive one of the Zs over, or I think he tried to drive the S13 or S14.
Yeah, it was an S13.
And his foot was so big, he couldn't push his foot far enough to push the clutch all the way down.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
We need the car manufacturers out there to help our boy out. build build something massive.
Yeah, like they're really gonna listen.
Like,
Yeah,
can we
they
make-
already built something massive.
Well, I
like
mean-
for instance, the BMW 8 Series. Have you seen how massive that thing
Yeah,
is?
but that doesn't come with a manual.
Oh, okay.
Oh man. But anyway, going back to what I was saying about like it's great. Like if you bring your kids out to this, they'll hang out with their parents. Their parents are always gonna look out for the best for them because I mean they can even be hanging out with other kids their age that are gonna teach them things that aren't exactly ideal. And you never know what that could lead to. But something like this where they're learning about something and it can actually lead into like maybe like changing their career path to something. To being a mechanic or an engineer or something. I mean, you never know. So many things can be born out of bringing your kids to a track.
And it's not only that, and I'm glad you brought that up. And maybe this doesn't really have anything to do with drifting, but we're gonna be here all night, so
Yeah.
the
What was
Did you
that?
say it's testicle?
Something
What
about.
did you say? Your turn signal? No, it didn't look like it.
I heard testicle popping out.
He's asking if his turn signal is popping out. I totally heard testicle.
I did too.
But back to what I was saying is that I for my day-to-day 9 to 5, if you want to call it, air conditioning. I own a family-owned air conditioning company.
Yeah.
I have to deal. I have a small company. We have a couple people techs. It is harder and harder, as I would say, month by month, to find the blue-collar workers,
Right.
the mechanics that will show up on time, that will take pride in their work, that'll do the job that's necessary. And I know I'm preaching to the choir to all the small business owners out there, the small shops, performance shops. You got to find people to do the work so you could bring the work in, right? Because you, as an owner of a business, your job is to bring in the business, and it's hard to do that, to bring in the business and be there and trying to find good workers is really hard. So like you said, we want to inspire the younger generation to take hold of this, because there's there's really not much of a better way to learn than just going out there and blowing a motor and taking it out, or
Right.
putting, even if it starts off I started out doing stereos, putting in car stereos and learning how to wire, and that's going to graduate to something better.
Yeah.
It will lead into a career, maybe not, but I'll tell you right now, what it does for like me, it's a therapy for me working on the car.
Right. And it gives you something to do. It gives you a sense of purpose outside of work. It gives you something to look forward to. And especially like as I was saying for like kids and everything, it's like it gives them an activity that maybe they might not do anything career-wise with it, but it's still like it's keeping them out of trouble unless they want to do stupid stuff on the street. But I mean, mostly, if they're taught right, it's keeping them out of trouble. They come to the track and have fun and learn about something. It's cool. And unfortunately, that's kind of dying out. Lots of technology and things that are kind of like killing this kind of thing. Where like all right, you don't have to have a car anymore. You can Uber everywhere.
That's
it might
crazy,
get,
right?
It might get expensive, but I mean, it's like, well, at least I don't have to pay insurance or
Well,
gas.
if you work from home, or you have an online business, and
Yeah.
you don't need to really drive that many places. You still live home with your parents, so most of the stuff you do, maybe you're doing online college.
Yeah.
You only got to go to a campus or certain things. I get it.
Yeah.
Not paying the monthly insurance, not paying the monthly. Well, their parents probably pay, but for people that, or if you live downtown Fort Lauderdale, downtown West Palm Beach, or
Yeah.
in the downtown area, and most of those people work downtown, so they walk, or I can understand Uber because maybe you're Ubering 5 miles away because it's raining. Or,
Yeah.
And now they got Uber Eats and Amazon. I was at the Whole Foods
Postmates.
Markets the other day, and you see these people with shopping carts full of just food and stuff. So point being is that it does seem like less people are driving.
Oh, yesterday I ordered a Bluetooth speaker because I'm cheap and I didn't want to install like a Bluetooth radio in my car.
That's not wrong with that. I have a little thing that plugs in my cigarette lighter.
Yeah,
It works
no,
great.
it sounds awesome too. I was
Yeah.
like, I was using it today, and I was like, man, this sounds great. I'm glad that I only paid $60. But the thing is, I ordered it yesterday and got it the same day. And it's like you don't have to go shopping anymore. You don't have to like drive anywhere. So it's like having a car is almost becoming obsolete. But I feel like even then, like having a car, there's a sense of freedom of having a car, and especially like if you have a car that you work on yourself, and you know that's your baby, man. That's your thing. That's your own creation almost.
Right. You express yourself through your vehicle.
Yeah, and seeing that that's being lost is, you know, it hurts me, man, because I'm such a car enthusiast.
Right.
You know, that maybe, you know, 30, 40 years from now, you know, motorsports and stuff would be kind of a thing of the past. But that's where, you know, we got to educate the public and get the word out about how cool this is. Yes, it's...
Well, not just educating, but also kind of like showing them how... Oh, careful there. Showing them the kind of like the benefits and some of the great things that come with it. I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure many people are out there like driving. They're frustrated because they're driving this like high performance vehicle, and they can't really open it up or can't really push it to the limit. And the only really place where, one, it's safe for you to do so, and B, it's legal for you to do so, is out at a racetrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're starting to see more supercar fail videos.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You notice that? They're like more and more popular because they step on the gas. They don't know what they're doing.
No, and it's like, man, why didn't they take it to a track, you know? And it's kind of, it's almost pathetic. But now specifically, a benefit that I find a benefit, like with drifting, learning the car control. Like, you know, sometimes you're just driving on the street or whatever, and a situation comes up where you have to do some sort of maneuver. And I feel like with learning how to drift and everything helps you maybe like react better to certain situations, or like if the car like skids out on you out of nowhere in the rain or whatever, you have more of an understanding of what to do to get the car back on track. Like I've seen a lot, like I watch a lot of videos where like people are getting into accidents, and it's like, man, if they only knew that doing this would have saved it. You know what I mean? Like, man, if they only knew that, you know, getting on the throttle at this point right here would have actually carried the car out and slowly bring it back straight. Or like, or even things as dumb as like they're spinning out but they don't counter steer. And it's like, if they would have known how to drift or learned that skill, they could have saved the car or themselves.
They really just give anybody a driver's license in America, and it's like, it's a shame.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if they knew the importance of a tire and getting a good tire, not like a regular used tire or no-name brand tire, then obviously they'd probably appreciate it more.
Yeah.
They'd probably be in a more safe environment.
I agree totally. Like it does, when you look at drifting, there's a lot of smoke over there.
Oh, there is a lot of smoke.
Where?
Wow, over there. You
Over
can see
there,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
you can see in the very background.
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
see it.
smoke.
Yeah.
I hope that's not another car on fire.
No, I don't think so.
No, because that's over by the drag side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the other side of the drag strip.
Maybe they're doing like a burnout.
Maybe they probably got bored and because the drag racing got canceled due to the rain. Unfortunately, because jumping to another topic, the Street Kings is a cool event for drag racing, and it sucks that the rain had to like. But at least we're still going, for drifting, and
actually it ended up being a good night.
It ended up being a good night for us.
The weather's working out pretty well. I didn't want to switch gears, switch topics a little bit.
Don't jinx it.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't say anything. But what do you guys think about Cletus buying DeSoto Raceway?
Wow, Wow, that is so great.
How cool is that?
That was great. I mean, I'm glad. I'm super happy about it, and it's somebody that really loves
He loves cars.
He loves cars and all aspects of cars, not just drag racing, but he also likes, he likes drifting. He might not do it himself, but he likes it. He respects it, and he's always doing like ride-alongs. He's always having like people like Von Gittin in his videos and stuff like that. So obviously, like it's gonna benefit us in the future. He says that his first event's gonna be out in November. So maybe after November, we can.
Oh, he's not gonna have an event till next winter.
Next fall, I guess. or winter.
fall, yeah.
Yeah, but either way, but
Hold, please. I believe we have one of the stars of the evening out on the track right now, Mr. Paul Murphy.
Yeah, that first turn kills him every time.
Yep,
Every
yep,
time.
yep.
You know he's frustrated. Let's see how he goes.
He needs to turn on his lights.
Oh, there you go. That's good. That's good.
okay,
That's
stay
good,
on it,
good,
stay
good,
on it,
good.
stay
Okay,
on
stay
it.
on it.
He
Okay.
probably
There you
can't see
go.
the track because he needs to turn on the lights.
Good, good, good. Camera two.
Ah,
That's a
good,
better
good,
line.
good.
That's a
Yeah,
better
better,
line.
better.
Wait.
Yeah, yeah,
Whoa,
yeah.
oh,
Oh,
yep,
careful there.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh!
Hey, but he did really
Oh, yeah,
good
his
for
blinker is.
Yeah.
Something is hanging out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something's hanging out and it like turns on randomly.
I'm going to mess. I'll let him finish out his run.
Oh, is that like
Hey, Paul.
You should talk to him like in the middle of him driving.
Yeah, you're right. Something is hanging down. Looks like a light on the passenger side. It's
Give
hanging out underneath the bumper.
Motivational speech.
well, as he's talking to Paul there, I mean, you got to remember this car is not a conventional regular drift car with a manual box and a good diff, and yet he's doing really well. I mean, yeah, he spun out twice, but I mean, he's doing really well. I'm proud of him. It's not an easy feat considering the car that he's driving.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, though.
Yeah, it's great.
Fun to watch.
It's great.
I'm just glad he's back out there.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I'm super happy for him.
Yeah.
You know, it's motivating
So,
me to get.
so going
going.
back, so the first event, and just did he change the name?
Yeah, he's calling it the Freedom Factory.
The Freedom Factory.
Yeah, which is awesome.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I did feel a little
Yeah, but
moisture.
it was weird. Yeah, weird.
But anyway, yeah, he's calling it the Freedom Factory. He is prepping the track, cleaning it up and all this and that. So I guess that is going to take some time. That's why the first event's going to be in November.
But it's gonna be a drift event.
It's going to be like a burnout sort of
Just
event.
a crazy.
Yeah, just have fun out there. And I'm pretty sure like people are going to go out and drift the track anyway.
That's
because
a long time away, though.
Yeah, but I mean, there's got to be a lot of prep that's happening to the track, a lot of cleanup.
Was that track closed down?
Yeah, for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So like you can see like grass growing through the cracks of the asphalt
Oh.
and all that. So like he's getting that fixed.
Grass
He-
in the cracks.
He's getting,
The cracks of the asphalt.
yeah, I got some grass in my crack, but
Is that where you hide it? Oh.
I need to mow it down a little bit. But either way,
And
either
there
way.
goes Tim and his 300.
Oh yeah, Tim Mosseri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
that how you say his name?
I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm
Yeah,
bad with
I
the
think so. Yeah,
pronunciations.
I think it's
But
fine.
yeah, it's good to see another OG out here. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of preparations. I'm pretty sure that they gotta like redo like the seating, maybe some like the race control rooms and all that stuff. Like everything has to be redone. So he is giving it a lot of time. November is a long time away, but at least we know that when the track is available again, it's gonna be a good venue. And who knows what that might bring. It could possibly even bring, let's say, I'm jumping the gun with this, but let's say the contract.
Careful there.
Don't jump on it.
Oh, sorry, I already did. So let's say the contract for Formula D and OSW goes out, maybe it'll go there, and because I mean,
I could see why they would do it. Even I could actually even see them doing that once that track, just because the clout that Cletus brings. Cletus has more
Yeah.
followers than Formula Drift.
yeah.
So-
Cletus is Adam LZ level.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, why wouldn't they just follow Cletus? It's going to be good for Formula Drift, and it's going to be good for Cletus as well in
Yeah.
that track.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously that's an idea. That's nothing in concrete, and we don't know what's gonna happen. And I don't want to spread any like rumors or any lies around. But these Formula D has a contract with OSW, and at some point that's gonna run out, and we don't know where
Ooh,
it'll
it's
go
getting
from
windy.
there. Oh, there's a
Good
lot
Lord.
of wind. Oh yeah, there's a lot of
Feel
wind.
that?
So the camera's shaking a lot.
Yeah. The camera's even
Whoa.
moving.
Holy
Okay,
cow.
hold on. There's like hurricane winds right now we're experiencing.
These
folks.
are experiencing gale force winds here. We got to hunker down. You lived in South Florida, you know those words.
Darn it, Tim! I told you not to jinx it.
I always said if I was gonna have
Guys,
if I was gonna have my own band, I would call it the Feeder Band.
The feeder.
Here
band.
comes another Feeder Band. Better hunker down.
So,
Oh, that was a great name, Feeder Band.
hey guys, we're Floridians. We shouldn't be too alarmed by this. We should throw a party. It's a hurricane party. Let's do it.
Yeah, hurricane party it is. Where's my peach?
Yeah. Oh man, I wish I had a drift car. We'd do a hurricane drift party.
Hurricane drift party. I remember the Christmas party we used to have at the that we had at the skid pad in
Right.
County Line Dragway.
Or we can even go back further, and we would have the hurricane parties at the Triangle, but that's illegal. Maybe we shouldn't talk about that.
I never got to visit the Triangle.
It was
There was nothing great, but it was a good hang chill spot.
it was a cool place. Just there wasn't much going on there. It was 3 left-hand turns, or unless you go the other way, then it's right-handed turns. And like, I mean, you can get wild with it. Like you had a long straightaway.
Get jiggy with it.
Oh
Since
yeah.
we're sticking to South Florida sayings.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Get jiggy with it.
Yeah, you could get jiggy with it. I mean, back then, you know, the drifting techniques and all that we're using back then, they weren't maybe as advanced as what we know now, and car setups weren't as great. But we were having a lot of fun out there, and like we were getting sketchy out there. It was fun, man.
Were you driving or watching?
No, I've driven on there,
Oh, yeah? Okay.
but not during the hurricane parties, unfortunately. It's because
He did a lot of watching.
No, it was when I had my second A86, the gold car.
How many 86s have you had?
6.
Really?
Yeah,
Why don't you just keep one?
because I'm an idiot. I would either crash them or be like, or
Okay, so how many 86s have you had and willingly sold and not damaged? Like,
Okay.
you crashed one, I kind of get it. Okay,
Well,
you
the
crashed it, you
first
bought
one-
another one.
the first one I did damage, and then I sold it. So that kind of sucked.
Was that the one you used to bring out here?
No, the second one was the one that I brought out here, the gold car, and I crashed that here, but then we fixed it, and I took it to Tennessee, and then shortly after taking it to Tennessee, I started street drifting, and I hit a curb really bad, destroyed the whole car. In fact, I even moved the panhard mount, panhard bar mount.
Wait,
It,
what?
like-
The panhandle bar?
yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
the panhandle bar.
Ben's famous panhandle saying, and the mount on the chassis that would come down, like bent. So that car, I wadded that, which is sad because that was like my most popular car, and I loved it, and it was so rusty and everything, but it was such a great, cool car.
Are you guys in the mood for pizza?
Always,
Pizza.
always in the mood for pizza.
I don't
Sure.
know. Maybe we should contact this guy to see if he could hook us up.
I was like pizza. Oh, that sounds good, but
I was like, I have the Little Caesars app. Can they deliver?
well, there's the FR. Is that an FRS or is it a
Stay.
BRC?
I think it's an FR.
Are you having trouble over there, Ben?
Yes, I am actually.
I'm gonna put the mic down. You guys keep talking. I'll fix it for you.
All right.
Okay.
No, I'm holding it.
So, I forgot what we were talking about. Can somebody help me? What were we talking about?
We were talking about but the panhandle bar.
Oh yeah. So, we're talking about my 86s, my history with 86s. Okay, so yeah, that car. I wadded it up. Then for a couple of years, I didn't have an 86 until I bought one off my uncle, and that car. I took an engine rebuilding class with it, and I pulled the engine out, rebuilt it, and got rod knocked. So then what I did was I took the engine out of the gold car that I had wrecked a few years earlier and put it in that, and that car ripped, and I put all the suspension and everything from the gold car. That car ripped, but it ripped too much, and I put that into the end of a guardrail like an idiot. So there's that, and then there was a parts car, which was car number 4.
Because it's blocking something.
So you guys are just going to keep hearing my history, I guess, because they're fixing. And I'm going to tell
I
you
can
all
just hold it
about
like
my
this.
stupid decisions with 86s. Then
Yeah,
I
just save
got
it.
my
I'll hold it.
5th 86, which was a silver Corolla GTS that I did drift down here in South Florida as well. Once at the skid pad, and I did a few laps at the County Line Dragway main course. But I didn't really get much out of it. But it was a cool car. I built my own suspension for it and did like my own steering angle and all that. And that car worked very well. But then I moved to Tennessee with the car, and it didn't have a heater, and I was an idiot, so I just sold it, and I regretted that. And then I had the SR car that, if you guys remember Mike Acosta, he was building, and he sold it to me, and I couldn't finish it, so I sold that back. So there's 686.
They're not gonna know who Mike is.
Well, but you would. That's why I said
Yes,
you guys.
Fine. Whoa. God, how many
There's-
tires did he knock over there?
I don't know. But there's my whole rant on my 86s and selling and crashing and being stupid with them, and why I regret doing all of that and wish I still had one now, because now they're stupid expensive, for a clean example. And you know, would I build another drift car out of one? No, absolutely not.
Well, definitely not at this point, considering how rare they are. And imagine all of the other 8086 enthusiasts seeing you out there trashing the vehicle.
No, exactly.
You're gonna, well, either A, you're gonna have some people saying like, hey, that guy's cool, I want to be like him. Other people are gonna be like, and I think the majority would be like, hey, that guy is a dum-dum.
Well, it's not
He
even,
needs to stop what he's doing.
It's not even about them, because I really don't care about what they think. It's what I think, and I think the same thing as they do anyway. So it's like I wouldn't ruin a Corolla, especially a GTS. You know, like all original GTS. It's like, dude, those things are like, they're gold now. You know, like if you find one, you got to keep it in mostly original shape. Yeah, I don't mind modifying one, but like with minimal modifications and things that were, you know, period correct, if you want to call it that. You know, but I wouldn't build a drift car for those reasons, and plus also like considering the cars that are available to us today. Like, as much as I love driving Corollas and I think they're the greatest thing in the world, but but they're not, because we have so many great cars now. I mean, for like, you know, like $3,000 or even $2,000, you could buy like a clapped out 350Z and freaking kill it with almost 300 horsepower, you know, and a chassis that is actually very good for that kind of thing.
God, you can talk a lot.
So, well, I mean,
thank God though, because like that gives me time to do other things. Like, I've been sitting here thinking, I was like, man, he could.
No,
this guy could talk.
Well, I mean, I was just trying to bore everybody out about 86s. So.
Well, I
you
think
win.
Yeah,
You win.
You did a great job at that. Wow.
Yeah. So, but.
Now, actually, you're doing yourself a favor. You may have a cost of value of 86s to go down, because now less people are interested in it because of the explanation you just gave.
Not only that, you are one of the all-time contributors to the reason why they're so expensive.
Yes, because I've wadded up 2 of them. And
Wadded? Is that a word?
Yeah, I destroyed them. I've wadded up 2 of them regretfully. I mean, it every time I think about it, my heart sinks. It's just terrible. And then, you know, and also, I mean, I haven't taken care of them very well because I don't have a lot of money. So then they've gone to rust. So
so you need to focus on your career.
Yeah.
Or you know, to bring in the money so that way you can go all in.
Yeah. Oh, the Corvette spun out.
Oh, it's flinging tires and.
Yeah, the course is becoming a mess. It's that time of the night where like they're just.
This is the same guy that had the Mustang back in the day, correct?
Yeah, he had the Mustang that came out to the skid pad. It was like a twin turbo.
I'm gonna try something out, guys.
It was fast.
It was like a 600 horsepower car. He said that like the car would run like high 9s, low 10s with like a drag radial setup. So yeah, that was a very fast car, but
didn't slide well.
It didn't slide well. Those cars from the factory, as most people know, if you're into drifting, they don't have a lot of steering angle. But there are mods. There are steering angle kits now for these cars. There's steering angle kits for almost any car now. Like, you know, like I said earlier, the Corvette 10 years ago, no, not a good car. But now, because they have steering angle kits, I think it's the best freaking drift car you can get. It's kind of crazy how like times have changed. And
yeah, you really are sold on. I hear you talk about the Vet a lot tonight. You really are sold on that as a drift platform.
I think it's just like it has a lot of power, a reliable engine platform. Parts are available everywhere because it's a GM product, and right off the bat with just minimal modifications, I've seen people kill it at the track with these things. and it's just like, wow, you know, like, don't get me wrong. Yes, maybe the 350Z as a fun car is a better value because you can buy one for $3,000 maybe,
Right.
and go kill it. But I think, let's say you are the kind of person
Whoa,
that is,
earthquake!
Whoa!
Oh,
roller
careful there,
coaster.
careful there.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hang on.
Whoa.
Okay, there we
Oh
go.
man! Oh.
But let's say you are competitive, you do want to get into Pro-Am, and you know, 350Z can win in Pro-Am. But let's be real, if you can,
Pow, pow,
with the
pow,
same
pow.
skills in a Corvette, you're gonna kill everybody. You know what I mean? So like it's just right out the gate, just a better car. And from what people have been saying, like I'm really dying to drive a Corvette because I really want to see what the hype is. But from what everybody says, they're saying it's like it's an S chassis with more grip. That's what it feels like.
Oh, I see.
So and look, I mean, we have, if we look in pro drifting, we have Matt Field. I mean, granted, the car is engineered to be something crazy, but it works very well. And okay.
Whoa! Whoa now!
Awesome
Well,
camera
hello
angle there,
there.
Ben.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
It's a little tricky over here trying to find the right angle for it and working out the cables, but
It is. It's kind of hard because
Right.
to capture this
So-
turn that's right in front of us is difficult. You can get the front turns, but
But just to finish off on the Corvette idea.
you got the pole in
topic.
the way. You know that, right?
Yeah,
I know.
Oh,
I see it. I see it.
So to finish off on the Corvette topic,
Oh, too much angle, too much angle.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hit it. Oh, there he goes.
Took a little too long to
There we go.
transition.
It's all right. He's saving it, though, going
Yeah.
through the puddle.
That's a good looking car there.
Yeah, I
That
like
E36,
Oh!
all slammed and everything.
Shad spot.
So to finally finish off on that topic, if you look at last
What?
year,
You're still going? Good
Yeah, he's
lord.
still
yeah.
going,
Well, I'm
still
just trying to finish my point. Jeez.
Yeah.
You had Joao Barrion. in
Which
a-
point?
The point about the vet.
The point
Okay.
about the Corvette, how good of a car it is, and like how surprised I am to find out how great of a car it is. You had Joao Barrion come from Brazil and pretty much take a stock C6 Z06 from the showroom, throw nitrous at it, and a PBM angle kit,
Darn this pole.
and compete in pro. Granted, he didn't do that well because the car didn't have like all the crazy gizmos that all these pro cars had, but he was competing at the highest level in drifting and qualifying in a almost stock
That was a
Corvette.
good tandem.
Yeah, everything was really weird about that
nice.
one.
I didn't want to cut you off, but I was just like,
No, but I'm done with my point finally.
oh, thank you.
Hey, I just got to make an adjustment over here.
Sorry,
For all
sorry.
you that tuned out for last 5 minutes, you can tune back in.
Yeah, I'm done talking about the Corvette unless a topic comes up. But speaking of like good drift cars to start with, I mean, obviously the 350Z is that kind of car now because
Where the heck
it's
this thing from?
especially for a fun car like a seat time car. I mean, you buy a car and honestly, if you want an angle kit, you could put an angle kit on it, but you really don't need it.
Here's a good tandem coming up. I don't want to cut you off.
You could
This
you
looks
can
like a
drive
good
the car
tandem.
stock and like have
Oh.
fun, and
Yeah,
you know
have
it's
fun.
not gonna rip through tires because it doesn't have 500 horsepower. It has 300 horsepower, so it has enough power to get around most tracks. You know, and you're gonna
It's a Spark Speed Shop car.
and being that you know the car is reliable. You can go lap after lap and get as much seat time as possible. And
What-
I
what
think
car are you talking about
the
again?
350Z.
Oh, 350Z.
I like you know that is really the best seat time car you can buy. That or even the G35s. I think they're both you know.
Yeah, they're basically the same.
it's-
I thought the Corvette was the best seat time car.
no, I
No,
would say
he said the Corvette is the best car if you look into like go Pro-Am or if you're want to get serious and get started with a solid platform that can carry you through. That already has a good motor. You don't have to
Yeah.
swap it. Then you go with the Vet,
yeah, like you know,
like this right here.
yeah. Well, here's the C5, which you know, if I were to go to Pro-Am, I don't think I have the patience or the money either. Anyway, but I would rather get a C6 Corvette. You know, because they are available with the LS3, which is a much better engine. The C5 was LS1, but the one that's actually on track has an LS6 because that's a Z06. You can tell it's got the coupe thing, and then on the rocker panel.
For anybody that's watching, I don't want to cut you off, but anybody that's watching, you feel a little seasick, don't worry. It's Captain Ben. He's trying to man the cameras, find the perfect angle so you can see all the action.
Yeah.
If you weren't able to make it, you could watch all the runs, at least on the go-kart track. Next time, we're going to set up something. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
I'm going to work out some kind of platform that will be able to get the bed of my truck, park it over on the road course, and at least be able to watch the middle section. Now, what they're going to do once they lose this kart track and then try to manage 3 courses on the road course, we're still not too sure yet. Not only that is, he won't be able to run full track events as often because you really can't. It doesn't make sense to throw a lot of beginners out on the full road course all the time. So
No.
the full road course events will turn into special events where
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, so
Something must be seriously go down because Chris Jackson just got on a loudspeaker and said all drivers to the Drift Academy tent for a drivers meeting.
I've never heard that before.
I've
That's
never,
a first.
And he sounded
Yeah.
a little upset.
Yeah, he sounded there he goes again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like something must have happened on either the road course or something where maybe.
Well, I've been seeing a lot of cars come off the on tow trucks.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, something kind of crazy is happening out there.
Oh man, I wish we could go live down there.
Yeah, that would be great. But we're gonna stick to what we've got going on here. We're gonna keep talking.
Well, there's still a couple cars out on
There's
this
still
track.
cars on track, so we still got that going on.
Come on. Yeah, but they're still running on the kart track.
Well, I guess he's gonna do his run and then get out. Let's see where he goes.
Oh, nice. A swing and a miss.
Cool wheels. Either way. So yeah.
Oh, look at this. Look at this tandem. They're getting close. They're getting close. Will they make it through the slippery snake turn or whatever you want to call it? Coming through nice.
We're gonna have
Oh,
to give these
he's
corners
getting-
some names at the end of the night.
Uh-oh. Paul's calling me.
Better answer that.
I can't hear you. Call me on the radio. What? What? They're kicking somebody out? They're kicking the Corvette that we parked next to? Oh, why? What happened?
Getting some info here.
Oh, wow. Are you okay? Okay. All right, bye. So just in, I talked to Paul. He just
Okay.
called me. And he said the Corvette, the one with the red fender,
Yeah.
they just came over. They're kicking him out of the event.
What for?
I don't know, but they're kicking him out of the event. He said they came over and they started yelling at him and they cut his band off and are telling him to get his stuff and get out.
Wow, I wonder what for.
I have no idea.
And that's surprising because I mean, up to now, I haven't seen anything alarming from him.
Well, we don't know what he's doing on the road course either, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. We haven't seen what.
He could be on the road course going off and just jacks the performance. So there's still cars on the go-kart track, but Chris is repeatedly calling for a driver's meeting. So we're going to see how this pans out. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, very interesting. If we get any more information on that, guys, we'll keep you up to date.
This is
because
what a
this is-
day. I mean, it started off with rain. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to even bring this
The
live stream up,
yeah.
right? So we didn't know we were going to bring the live stream up, and it seemed like everything was going smooth. The weather is okay, a little windy.
Yeah.
Some feeder bands and some some gale force winds coming through, but
Yeah.
we survived that. And
Yeah.
now Chris Jackson on the loudspeaker calling everybody back to the pits for a driver's meeting.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, like I said, if we'll let you know because it is important to know exactly what's going on for future events. You know, like if you guys ever decide to come and drive at these events, know what we expect out of you. So you know, so that way we can have clean.
Well,
fun events.
knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, of course.
Knowing G.I. Joe.
So
Oops.
yeah.
Did you just drop a camera over the edge?
No, no, no.
Oh.
I'm
It was close though.
I'm gonna put it back in position.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good. Go back to the control center.
Great. Yeah, we need you here, Ben.
Hey,
Wow.
is that our friend Gabby?
Yes, it is. He is driving tonight.
Wow,
Doing
nice.
pretty well.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, yeah. So he's had that 350Z now for about 5 years.
And he's been doing a lot of events.
No, he hasn't driven in like 2 years.
Oh.
So I'm happy to see him back. He's kind of limited on tires tonight though. So and the track is drying up, which kind of sucks. But
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to put it back in.
I have a couple tires if he's running 18s in the back of my truck. But they're super low pros.
Okay, well, I mean, you know,
I'm text him if he wants them, and if he needs them.
they're
18s though.
and are they on wheels on 5x?
No, they're not on wheels though.
Okay. I'll text them real
Wow,
quick.
that's clutch. Do you smell
Yeah,
that
that
clutch?
is clutch.
Holy cow!
That-
Holy clutches, Batman.
That clutch is probably red under that belt.
I think I just got cancer.
that flywheel must be
Oh
like
my goodness,
burning
glowing.
red. Let me see here. Let me go ahead.
I mean, for us to be able to smell that up here.
yeah,
I mean,
we're
and I
all
got-
the way up here,
and it was like in your face.
and yeah, it was a strong whiff.
oh my goodness.
Stings the nostrils.
Yes.
Yes, it binds.
It-
It binds. It binds the flesh.
Oh darn it! I shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have done what?
Made some adjustments here.
See if
but-
you see if you can zoom over to the tent,
Oh.
and you could switch it. I can do this one right here if you want.
Well, they're still running.
They're still running. Well, oh, they are.
Yeah,
But you
they're-
can see the whole crowd over there, and that's excitement. That's what people want to see.
Darn it!
I'm
I
joking.
just-
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, hang on. I
Well,
still
I-
wanted to see. You got me curious.
Well, I'll just grab this camera on the end here.
Well,
real
they
quick.
are pulling.
No, no, no.
Oh, it's right. It's got to be that one because you're on that.
They
Yeah,
are. They
I
are
could do that.
pulling the cars off the track. So I guess they're letting them do their lap, and then.
Okay, let's let the people that are watching watch the last couple cars, and then we'll
Yeah.
see
All
if
right,
we
we'll
can
do
zoom
that.
in.
Yeah, we'll switch
Yeah.
that.
So,
We'll do that.
I'm gonna call Paul. Hey, Paul, can you take the walkie-talkie and go over to the driver's meeting so we can hear what's going on?
Well, that
so
was
what,
fast.
So what happened?
The guys aren't watching the flag, so they're almost getting into wrecks.
Oh, so they're telling everybody to watch the flags.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, when you're drifting, how the hell can you see a flag?
Yeah, it's hard to focus on.
That's true. It is hard to focus, but I have seen a lot of cars come off on tow trucks.
We ran the flags. I don't know, but they said pretty much if people keep on running the flags, they're gonna shut it down.
Is that why they kicked that guy out?
I assume so.
Did
Okay.
he seem like he was pissed off, or how'd that go? All right, you gonna get back on the track? Well, that was Paul. So
Well,
at least we
that's
got.
interesting. I mean,
So apparently, what was happening is
they're
that
just driving off now.
drivers are not seeing the flags around the course.
On the big track, the little track, it's not really a big concern, but on the road course.
On the road course, yeah, especially with the high speeds that they're pushing out there. I mean, it is important to see, like, hey, if they're flagging you down, or like, hey, there might be a car that's off course here, so drive carefully. So I mean, like, if you guys ever decide to come and do an event out here, pay attention to the flags. It's very important to know. Oh wow, he dragged his bumper on the or lack of bumper onto that tire.
Yeah, there's a lot of bumpers out there. Actually, there's a bunch. I think there's some bumpers over here all the way. Could have sworn I saw some bumpers over back in the
Well,
bushes.
it is a drift event, and we are known to just zip tie our bumpers onto the cars so they just fall off very easily because we're cheap and we suck at driving and we crash our cars a lot. So
Speak for yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Relax there, buddy.
Yeah,
I was trying to bring
change that weed.
I was trying to bring
Alright.
everybody down with me.
Okay.
But
Well, here's a nice little tandem going. These guys have been doing pretty good.
yeah, they're really good. I like the way the blue car transitions. I guess
Yep.
it's.
I like how he has the LEDs on the back of the wing. No,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I was about to mention that earlier.
Yeah,
it's fancy. It's
pretty
bright.
cool car. It
Yeah.
overall looks really cool, and it's set up like a
Wait a minute.
comp car.
Oh, wait.
What?
Yep.
Is that Paul?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's-
sir.
Oh, no wonder why he didn't want to talk anymore.
It was like, yeah, shut up, I'm gonna drive. Hey, you
Oh.
bumped that tire.
Nice.
Oh,
Okay. No, I was like, why isn't he talking? I thought he was still in the pits. he was like, shut up, you idiot.
So
That tire probably kept him on track.
yeah, it did because he was kind of tracking out.
Yeah.
What do we have here on track? It's loud.
And
It's a
Miata.
Miata.
It's small. It's a Miata. It's angry.
It's a Miata. Meow. It's a little late for Christmas, but he's still got his Christmas lights on.
Yeah, he's got the Christmas lights. From
I
the
bet
last
you he
one.
takes his Christmas lights off like at his house probably like in
July.
July.
Yeah.
Christmas in July.
Maybe he shops at that Christmas Palace.
Oh yeah, the one off right next to Palmetto.
No.
couple
I
of
mean,
them.
I'm sure, yeah, they're all over the place.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well, that's the only one I know of. So
basically, you shop for Christmas year-round.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, swing and a miss.
what other cars do you guys think are good for either style of drifting?
Well, you know what I'm surprised people don't use is the 1 Series. They're starting to get a
Yeah.
lot more affordable.
Right.
And we're actually looking up the wheelbase, and the wheelbase on the 1 Series is the same as a 350.
Oh, okay. So
There you go. There you go. There he goes. Oh, nice close. Nice.
Good run.
Nice. I like that.
So 1 Series,
Oh.
yeah, that's that is interesting because I mean I've seen
This darn wind.
I've seen
It
how
is.
they've gotten cheaper. They you could get a 135
You get a 135.
with plenty of power.
Yeah. And you just chip it and you get more power.
Yeah.
You free up some power with some exhaust, a new intercooler, stock turbo. You can push 400 or 500 on that motor, no problem.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
the stocks,
Yeah, BMW engines are stout. I know that for a fact.
they just leak oil. That's all.
The only problem is.
But then you never have to change it.
oh, that's
As long as you keep adding, it's like a self-cleaning oil system.
that's true. You
Oh,
know?
he's back again.
And whenever
Paul?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
it's
Paul.
Oh
back
wow,
again.
he's hot lapping. Oh, that poor guy. He don't have a clutch to kick. He don't have a clutch to kick.
Man, that would save him so much right there.
Yeah, he's got to get momentum going.
Well, at least he's not spinning out, so improvement.
Right? Oh, definitely an improvement.
So let's see here. 1 Series. Like I said, engines are stout.
Yeah.
BMW chassis are very well known to be
Yeah.
excellent for drifting.
Yep.
And not just for fun, but even competitive as well.
Yeah. So you
th-
don't see any 1 Series. I
and
don't
they
know
have
why.
they have that long trailing arm rear suspension, which actually pushes down on the rear wheels very well and gives it a ton of grip. So, but you know, and
Oh.
Here we go.
the only thing is maybe like some things aren't meant to be stressed on BMWs. Like I know that they use a lot of plastic water lines, which I think is kind of dumb, and plastic impellers on the water pump,
Yeah.
which I think is kind of like dumb as well. But I mean, these are all things that if maybe they can be changed out, or if somebody aftermarket makes better versions of those parts.
But anyways, the 1 Series I think would be a cool car.
It'd be a great car.
Yeah, yeah.
But let me see what other cars are out there that in the
See,
late.
the problem is that Noel had me convinced that the Corvette is the vehicle to get now.
Oh,
Like
hands
I
down.
can't
It
think
is the
of
vehicle,
any
yeah.
other car right
No,
now.
there's no other car.
Like all I
No,
think about is
just
just vet,
yeah, that's it.
C6,
and
right?
I just can't imagine
And let me-
acquiring any other car.
And now let me also state this: I am not a fan of GM cars.
No?
I am not. No, I think they're very
Yeah,
problematic.
He's weird.
But I will admit that when it comes to going out to a racetrack or whatever, they do build some good cars for that purpose.
Well, I guess it depends how you speak to and what you're looking for, because you'll talk to some people and what is the Corvette? The
Paul?
Corvette is
Yeah, that's
GM's supercar.
Yeah.
Because it's really all they have.
And
Right?
Paul again.
Oh, there he is again.
That diff is opening up on him. Nice little transition there. Oh, the water must have.
No, it's no water. It's just,
Yeah, he went over the
Oh, he
inside
did?
puddle there.
but it's like you can't. There's no clutch to kick, so you can't just go. Bah.
Yeah. Or even like put the clutch in when he has too much angle. So just kind of let the car coast out of it.
I should tell him try left foot brake. I mean, well, I don't know. Left foot brake won't hurt because he's
No,
already going slow.
don't complicate things.
Nah, I just yeah.
It's already complicated enough that he's driving a car that he's not really accustomed to, that nobody really knows what to do with it, and you telling him to left foot brake is like, the car might end up doing the opposite.
Yeah.
Might want to just go in reverse.
Yeah. So okay, so
This-
1 Series.
Yep, 1 Series. Let's see what else. What else can we see? So we already know we already covered 350, 370.
Yeah.
So, but I'm trying to think of cars in the early 2000s. Why did I-
that aren't very common.
Well, it's not even that they're common. I'm just looking for like the next car. Like, okay, so 2 years ago you saw a lot of E46s, E36s.
Yes,
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Now that has been replaced by the 350Z.
Yeah.
350Zs are everywhere.
Well, I still think the
And now
E46.
well, it is.
I
but,
think it's still
but-
an excellent platform, especially. I think it's kind
but
of
it
like
needs more power.
I think it's a good middle ground between the Corvette and the 350Z, as where like yes, you can have fun and make a seat time car out of it, but if you do decide to get competitive with it and throw money at it, I think it can take you very far as well. So because
Well, like I said, it gets into what I'm trying to find is what do you think will be the next budget friendly? So when I say budget friendly, I say maybe the $4,000 to $6,000 range for something good.
Oh.
You know, something solid that you just gotta lower and go out there and drift. Like the 350Z is that okay?
I feel like you're asking us to predict lottery numbers.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
I'm just
gosh.
curious. What do you think will be the next car that you'll start seeing a trend in?
you know what's a car that I wish there was an aftermarket support.
It could be the Vet. It could be the Corvette. You might, a year from now, you may see like 6 or 7 Vets come out.
Yeah, but you know what car I wish they would have the drift aftermarket would have paid more attention to is the Gen 4 Camaros and Trans Ams.
We miss you too, Josh.
Oh,
Thank you for
yeah,
pointing
there
it
you
out.
go.
Yeah.
Josh will share
Back in the day, right
Back-
there, buddy.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Pole
But he's
position.
over in California. He's got like the best tracks, and he's ripping it and doing like. We should be over there, not him over here.
Mr. Pole Position, Mr. Drift Patrol back in the day.
Drift Patrol.
Yeah, or not Drift Patrol, Drift Police. I don't know. He was always like laying down the law of drift in the forums. I don't know if you remember that, but he was quite controversial.
Very vocal, very vocal.
Very vocal and controversial, but he was awesome. His comments were always great. But the car that I was talking about was the 4th generation Camaro and Trans Am. I wish that car would have been paid attention to by more drifters, because I've seen there's actually a guy. What's his name? He's all over YouTube and whatever. And
I don't know.
But
Poser Patrol, by the way.
Poser Patrol. That's it. Thank you, Josh. You
He
are
gave
the
us
man.
some hugs and kisses.
Yeah.
Give him, type him back. Give a little kiss, big hug, big kiss, little kiss,
Yeah.
little hug.
There's no need. You said it even better.
Oh,
You said
man.
it over the internet.
So, I saw a video the other day of Taylor Ray driving somebody else's Trans Am, which the guy had just re-drilled the knuckles, and he was blown away with how good that car is.
Which year now? We're talking about the IROC. The,
No, the 4th generation, which is from '93 to 2002.
is that the mullet truck? The mullet car? The mullet mobile? The
Uh,
one with the 4 square lights in the front?
no, that's
are you
the
talking
3rd
about-
gen.
No, the pop-up one, right?
Yeah,
the one with the
and
pop-up
the-
headlights.
Oh, I hate
With the
those.
big
They're, so,
no-
they're
the-
huge.
the big
hoods.
nostril.
Well, hang on,
Massive.
hang on. I'll
They had the Firebirds, the fire chickens.
hang on.
Caca!
No action. Oh boy.
What does he say?
Gabe Stone got his FD license with a 4th gen Camaro in 2010.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, bolstering your point
The
there.
catfish.
No.
Yeah.
There you go. Catfish
Oh,
Camaros.
wow, look at that.
Yeah, but that's the same generation as well. In '93 they had the weird like. Yeah, they did have 4 lights. Look at that.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But
the
I
one-
was thinking the one before, like
yeah,
the
that's
80s style.
the
like
third gen F body.
Yeah.
Which these are called F bodies too. But anyway, yeah, I've like a lot of people have said that the ones that have driven them that they're actually really good chassis. It's just that nobody's really developed suspension for that kind of car.
It's really it's got its roots in hair metal. It's that hair metal car that you really got to be into. Even though what year is that? That was in the 90s.
That generation that I showed you was from '93 to 2002.
So that was the late 90s, but we're thinking that's still coming out of the hair metal.
In '98 they changed the face and went to LS1.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that difference.
I don't like the car. I all more power to people that like the car in one drift. I just think it's so ugly. I couldn't.
I'm not a big fan of the Camaro.
But
I do like the Trans Am though, of that same generation. I think they're really good looking.
Yeah. Plus that was notably a drag racers car, street racers car, nitrous going out to.
Well, they're also really good at road racing. They have categories and everything for those.
That car, that chassis is good at road
racing.
racing.
Yeah, they're good road race cars.
Okay.
I'll
take your word for it.
And like the later years, they even had 275 tires square all the way around. Like they handled pretty well. They're just not they're not gonna handle like an S2000, but they were pretty good and they developed a lot of suspension. They have road racing categories for these cars.
Oh, here we go.
We
Here
got
comes
4-car
the
tandem.
Comes a 4-way.
4-car
Let's
tandem.
see here. It's either going to be a wreck or it's going to be nice. Now, blue car's got to lead. He sets a good line for everybody else.
Yeah. But he makes it difficult for whoever's following because of the angle that he gets.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
But that was a good 4-way tandem there.
Oh, careful.
Little
But
shaky on the end.
even though he does put a lot of angle, he still keeps a lot of pace.
Smooth. It's a smooth pace and it's a good line.
It's a good pace.
Especially on this tight course.
Yeah, I think he's running Wisefab or something similar because of the way that car moves.
I was up at front. I'm sorry to change this up. I'm just talking about the course. I was up at front and I'm standing there. I don't remember last time I stood on the other side of the fence looking at turn 10.
Yeah.
It looks really small.
Really?
Really?
From where I was standing, I was like, wow, this looks really tight. But it's just, maybe it's the perception. It just seemed like it was just I swear, where I was sitting.
I never really sat over there
and watched.
I never watched.
Yeah, I was waiting for my wife to pick up my daughter. Oh wait, here comes Paul. Here's
All right.
clutch kick. Oh, you don't have
wait.
one. Oh,
Neutral
man.
drop.
There you go. Maybe I hit that puddle. There we go.
Go around the puddle.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh! Sven. He's getting his license plate called Sweet Sled.
Yeah, I was
Sled,
gonna say,
Sweet Sled.
was that Swedish?
He's inspired by Drift for Lifts. Have you guys never heard of Drift for Lifts?
No, I
Yeah,
haven't.
No.
the guy slides Volvos and he
Oh man, that's awesome.
big Volvo.
I love Volvos. I especially older ones. I've had a Volvo 240. I even had a 740 for a week. But I think they're awesome. They're rock solid cars.
You should paint it a camouflage and make it like a tank looking.
they are tanks.
Yeah, but it's not. He said it weighs 2,700 or 2,800 pounds.
That's crazy, right? How light it is.
I always thought they were massive because you hear a Volvo, the old school square Volvos,
Yeah.
and you think those things were heavy because they had a reputation to be one of the safest cars.
Well, hang on. I did have that Volvo 240 wagon, and that thing was literally a tank in weight. It was 3,800 or 3,900 pounds, and it had 108 horsepower.
That's because of the 10 airbags that it had.
No, dude, it was a 1984. What airbags came out back then?
I don't know. I'm sure they were one of the first to have it.
No, the cars were just indestructible. You could hit a tree and the tree would break. And so, but I did. Now that car, the 240 wagon, I did get it when it would rain. I would clutch kick through some intersections because I was an idiot. And I kind of chucked it pretty hard, and it got a lot of angle. I thought I was gonna spin out, but I guess because of the long wheelbase and the fact that car had surprising amount of steering angle, that car held it through the intersection, and I was blown away with how awesome that was. And there we go. That's another car that I wish I would see more drifting. Is old school Volvos, but then that's not in the early 2000s, is it? So.
Well, so not to correct you,
Okay.
but the 1984 Volvo 240 wagon 2.0 weighed 2,800 pounds.
There's no way.
2,800 pounds. Right there.
Dude, I don't know
Volvo.
about
Size and dimensions. Look at that.
Are you sure about that?
I don't believe anything you say anymore.
I don't
You're a
bel-
liar.
Yeah.
But you say it with confidence, so I believe you.
Oh yeah. That's how.
But I was
I'm a
only-
great
Tim
salesman.
was about to get a Corvette, but not
I was.
anymore.
Not anymore. Now I know it's the worst car.
Yeah,
to
it's
drive.
the worst car.
You get kicked out of events if you drive a Vet.
Yeah.
Look.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I want for
Oh,
everybody.
What is that?
I want everybody
Oh,
to get
look,
in trouble.
you sir, yeah.
No,
No, 1984 curb weight. You got to put 1984.
Wow, it's a Volvo 240.
No.
Oh, wow.
2,800 pounds.
Wow, I thought they were way heavier.
Blah, blah.
Well, obviously, wherever I got my information was totally
Well, maybe
wrong.
the one you had felt like over 3,000 pounds.
Well,
Maybe you just like this is a
well, in the
boxy-
hills of Tennessee,
in
like
the hills of
I
Montezuma.
would have to like get it. Like I would have to keep downshifting going
Well, it
uphill.
only had 100 horsepower.
And then like I got into like
So
first
it
gear.
wasn't the weight, it was just the fact that there's no power.
Yeah, there was no power. It was terrible. But it was. I love
well,
it.
you keep talking about how heavy you are. Maybe that has something to do
Yeah,
with it.
maybe I made it 3,800 pounds.
Oh, here we go. It's 3 cars. Let's see how they do.
Oh, don't. Josh says don't make me tag Matt Field in this.
Oh.
Hey, I was actually talking about Matt Field earlier.
Tag him, baby. Tag him.
Because
Tag him.
I was watching his Drift Week
There goes the
videos,
bumper.
Oh, there goes a bumper.
and watching those videos made me realize how is part of the reason why I think.
Were you
Corvettes
ragging
are-
on Matt Field?
No, I love Matt.
What
Field.
did you,
Corvettes.
you were saying something bad stuff about him earlier. What was it that you said? Ben, what was it that he said? You were talking about his mom and stuff.
I was talking about his mom.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said you were talking about his mom. Exactly.
Wow.
Oh, there goes Gizmo.
Josh also says second event I ever went to was won by a 240 wagon in Maryland. That is
Ooh,
awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. More
Well,
power.
then you got to question the competition, then, right?
Yeah, because why are they like losing to 3,800 pounds? Oh wait, I wasn't driving it. So it was
2,700 pounds.
2,800
Oh,
pounds.
2,800 pounds.
In 2004. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
Yeah, the field back then.
Yeah, you know, anybody could have won back then.
You were a rock star if you had an SR.
Yes.
Yes,
You're
I
like,
remember
oh,
that.
I pulled up the spot. Oh, he's got an SR. No way.
Man, Hialeah Speedway,
man.
like I remember, like even a CA was like, oh dude, that's
CA18, yeah.
that's cool.
Vince had the CA, remember?
Yeah, he had the
Yeah,
CA.
It was one of-
Nanook.
Yeah,
Nanook.
Nanook.
Wow.
Yeah. Vince, if you're watching, we remember your CAs, and
Is
you
he
were
still
cool.
alive? What happened to
I
Vince?
saw him like a year or two ago. Yeah, I forgot where. It might have been a drift event, but it's always cool to catch up with Vince.
Oh, there goes Paul again.
There he goes.
Yay! Go Paul.
Oh, come on.
A little understeer.
Oh, that he's
Maybe-
he's hating that automatic right now.
Maybe Paul could use a CA.
he could use just a manual transmission right now.
Hey, maybe from
The
a
e-brake works
350Z.
great though. Like it locks up the stock cable brake he has, and it works pretty
Hey,
good.
that would be kind of cool if you could make an adapter plate for CD009.
You know they do. They do.
Really?
Well, he actually said more people have done the Get Drag, either Get Drag or the ZF style BMW transmission adapters to that.
Oh, those are great transmissions
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
The only problem is if you only get like the 5-speed, the 5th speed is not overdrive. It's a 1-to-1.
Oh.
Blake Fuller was there and got second place in his wife's stock 350Z.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
No.
2000. See, so they knew the 350Z back in the day. And
Yeah.
that's right, Braille was like one of the first people that I remember
Yeah,
rocking
yeah.
a 350Z.
They were one of the first. So, okay.
Oh!
Safe.
Oh, my.
man.
I was glad I was able to catch that.
Yeah, that was great.
That was good.
That was good footage there. Good camera work there.
Yay!
So anyway, oh yeah. So the ZF transmissions, if you only get the 5-speed BMW transmissions, the problem with those is that 5th gear is a 1-to-1. It's not overdrive. So like if you have like a 410 rear end,
Oh, it's getting
Same
crazy.
spot.
It's
Same
getting
spot.
crazy.
yeah, it is.
It's crazy out here. We're going to see an accident. I hope not.
So if you have like a 410 like final drive or even like a 373 final
What are you
drive,
talking about?
the BMW transmission.
I've been so like are you not excited?
Well, I also have a job to do by talking.
Oh,
Jeez.
You do talk a lot. But that's all right. Somebody's got to talk.
So anyway,
He's more excited convincing people on other cars they should get.
Yeah, so like, get a 3,800-pound Volvo, guys.
Like
Hold
fake
on,
news,
I gotta fix this camera
Fake
here.
news, fake news.
I could have sworn that car was that heavy. Like, I could have sworn I saw that somewhere, and I was like, no wonder this thing is such a dog.
I'm telling you,
Sorry,
man,
guys. He's
it's
got to
that
adjust the
weight.
back. We have plastic bags, or actually, I took a bunch of ponchos and I cut them up to cover the cameras because we're worried about the rain.
Yeah,
So
but we didn't cover ourselves up, so tomorrow we're going to be sick.
I'm covered. I don't know what you're talking
no,
about.
he's covered. He's good to go.
Well, yeah, he's good, but I'm not. Like, I came in shorts and a T-shirt.
T-shirt time.
Yes, I agree with Joshua. He said the history of early drifting does need to be a documentary. We didn't make a documentary
Well,
on it.
hang on. They
But you have
had
to pull some footage. Well,
there have been a few like
yeah, but on
I
the
got
West,
footage.
West Coast though. Maybe we could do
Oh,
like
West Coast.
no,
maybe we
yeah.
could do
even
like
East Coast stuff. There was
Okay,
you had
South
things
Florida.
like
Nobody cares about Florida.
Slide America.
Of course.
yeah, but that wasn't was that in Florida?
Yeah, they did one at the Triangle
They did one
with Juan and Estes.
Yeah, that documentary thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
where
yeah.
they traveled, slide across
It was in
America, something like
2007.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
And
I want to watch that. I didn't see
And
that.
I was so mad because that night I went street drifting with some other friends, but at another location, and it was like the one night that I didn't go to Triangle,
You missed it.
and I was like, damn it.
You missed your time to shine.
Yeah,
You could have been something.
Multiple
You could have been a
times.
contender. You probably would have got sponsored.
I would have gotten sponsored.
Oh, man.
What? I would be a pro right now. You
Yeah.
know what? It wouldn't be Chelsea Denofa in that Mustang. It would be me.
They'd be like, oh man, Noah Garcia. Have you
Dog.
seen him slide his 8.6? It is so amazing.
Yeah.
He should be in Mustangs because he knows how to drive a solid axle. No hate towards Chelsea. Obviously, he is the guy I actually root for in Formula D. So, anyway, is that green S14? That dude's been ripping. Yes, and that car is pretty too. Wow.
Is that a tire in the middle of the track? I
Yes,
can't tell.
it is
Yeah,
a
it
tire.
It is?
a tire, yeah.
Clipping point.
Yep.
So,
Oh,
Nice.
these darn bugs.
was that? Wait,
What's
what? Was that Gabe? No, that wasn't Gabe.
No.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Tim, is this your car?
It almost looks like it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's hilarious. Now, faded roof like mine. I just painted the rising sun on it.
That car transitions. really
Oh,
well.
careful there. Getting a little ahead of
Got
himself.
a little crazy. You're gonna have another drivers meeting.
Drifting, yeah,
Another drivers
exactly.
meeting.
We're going to have to bring us some flags.
Wasn't Chris supposed to send some people up here so we could interview?
Yeah.
I was going to mention that earlier, but Noah kept talking about all these cars, so.
Yeah.
just
well,
kept talking.
I had invited somebody else,
Noah had somebody lined up.
and
Who'd
they
you show
haven't
up?
came.
Haven't
Who
shown
was
up.
that?
Randy Noah.
Randy?
Yeah, I wanted him to come
Oh,
up.
yeah, Randy. He had, he had
so-
the Mustang back in the day, right?
No, Randy Noah, the S14 with a 1J.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
thinking
I wanted
Randy
him to
5.
come up because I know that he's building a car for Pro-Am, and I also would like to have had
Oh,
him
no.
That's Gizmo
talk
right there.
about his organization with Breathe Free.
Breathe Free. Yeah, what is that about? I talked to him about it before, but
Don't you think?
I don't
Don't
have
you
all
think
the
it'd be
details.
best if he was here to
I think so. I think you're right.
talk about it?
Let me see if I can
No
get
spoilers,
in
Tim. Come on.
Yeah, let me see if I can get in contact with him.
I mean, not to.
A lot of cars out there. Paul's out there. He's got like 2 cars, maybe 1 or 2 cars in front of him. I'll tell you, that little Volvo's holding up though.
So far.
Considering he didn't really do anything to it and has who knows how many miles on it.
Well, next time.
Only thing he did is raise the boost and weld the diff.
Next time he'll just need to drive it up himself. You won't need the trailer.
Yeah, we'll need a trailer. I think next time I'll drive my car up too.
Oh, we got another tandem over
The
here.
trailer's cool because you know if you hit something, you've got to
Yeah.
ride back. But
Extra sense of security.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's sometimes
Peace
it's
of
a pain.
mind.
You just want to drive to the track and drift and drive home.
Well, I mean, some cars are,
There you go. There you go. Oh.
Oh man, some cars really lend themselves to doing that kind of thing where you can drive to the track and drift and then go back home in it.
Yeah. If I live closer, I would do it.
Tell us, no, does the Corvette fall in that category that
Yes,
you just
does it?
mentioned?
I would say so if you keep it relatively stock with AC.
Powerful.
Oh, look, here we go.
He used that tire as a clipping point. You saw that?
Oh. Oh, he didn't totally spin. There you go. No clutch. Can't clutch. It's automatic. He's trying to get speed up. Oh!
Oh, what is he doing?
No! No! His tires everywhere. This is pandemonium.
What is he doing?
The audacity. It was like he just went WWF on those tires.
He went monster trucking.
He laid the smackdown.
Flipping tables, flipping tires.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's
So-
tires all
Like,
over
I'm
the
tired of this car.
road.
Roar!
Run over.
Oh man.
What if he's okay?
So yes, the Corvette would fall in that category.
Maybe he is, but not his ego.
Because I see him kind of like going back and forth on the car.
See, there you go, Tim, jinxing it again. You're there talking about how the car's holding up, and I'm sure now there's probably having some issue there that is going to cause him to go back to the
Well,
pits.
let's see if he goes back to the pits here. He's going
Oh.
back to the pits. He's
Yes,
going,
he is.
yes, he is. He's going back to the pits.
Told ya.
Oh man,
I hope nothing.
well, that's a
broke.
good thing we trailered it up here. So going back to what I said before,
Yeah.
it's a good thing we trailered it.
Hey.
Probably not. Probably popped an airbag.
Hey guys, what about another car?
What?
Oh, here we
nobody's
go.
thought of?
What? What's that?
The Pontiac Solstice / Saturn Sky.
Oh,
What do you
those
mean?
things.
They're cheap, but
See,
the
The problem with those is
aftermarket.
not just that, but they didn't sell in high numbers as far
They
as I
did
know.
not. They did not. And
No,
let's-
but the one guy was a Tyler. Who was running that? I can't.
Ryan
Dan?
Turk?
No, it was
McNamara?
McNamara was
Darren
running
McNamara.
it, and then he had a bad accident into the wall, and
Yeah.
that was it for that car.
Yeah, that was a
But
shame.
that car was fast.
That car was a monster. It was ahead of its time. I mean, it was ridiculously fast. I remember the first year they came to FD here in Palm Beach. He was about like 3 to 4 seconds faster than everybody else through the course, and it was a short course. So yeah, that car was a rocket ship.
I don't know about that. I know the GTO wasn't a bad platform. I'm surprised it didn't take off.
They're still expensive.
They didn't sell that many.
They didn't sell that many, and they're still expensive. And the thing with LS, a lot of the like the LS1 and LS2s,
So you can't get the GTO cheaper than C6?
it's about the same price, maybe a little bit less.
Oof.
And at that point, I'd rather get a C6 because there's more available for it.
You know, I would like to do. And I always, if I could, I like the G8s, the Pontiac G8s, the 4-door.
Oh,
So
yes.
I don't know why nobody's
Yes.
taking one of those slapped in.
Again, not many
And-
sold.
Well, now if you go to Australia,
But hang on, there
Why
are
would you
angle
go
kits
there?
for that car because of Australia.
Of course.
And you got the Holden Utes and all that. They all use all that front suspension. And
but
all.
I love the G8.
Yeah, Chevy
I
SS.
do too. Oh, Chevy, that's another one.
You mean the
That's
truck?
another
the pickup
unicorn.
truck?
No. The SS.
sedan.
It's a sedan. It's a 4-door sedan. Came with an optional
What year?
2014. I think?
Yeah, so
13,
it's
14,
recent.
Well, so that's okay. So that's
Look, you got a V8, 4-door sedan, rear-wheel drive, with
With
an optional 6-speed manual transmission.
Yeah.
What more could you want?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing about these
wow.
LS engines,
That's rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
it's rear-wheel drive.
I did not know that.
That
It
comes
weighs
with-
4,000 pounds.
It looks.
yeah, okay. But it
Also,
also
to say it weighs 39. 3,975
okay.
pounds.
So
that,
it weighs
that might be a little damn.
It's a little bit more than the Volvo.
That is a
but-
good looking.
a little bit more. Oh
That's
boy.
1,000 pounds.
but also it makes 415 horsepower. So that's pretty cool, and it comes with a 6-speed.
I did not know that car.
Yeah, and it
It's
flew,
an LS3.
It flew under the radar, and
Yeah.
Is it still out there for sale?
no, they
No,
canceled it.
They canceled it. What
Oh,
they
wait,
what they
did they ever make it?
yeah, they made
They
it.
made it, but they
They
just
made it.
how
They
many
didn't
years?
sell a lot. They didn't sell a lot. But I think it was like for 1 or 2 years. But
Yeah.
it's such a sick, badass car. Like the thing is, it did fly under the radar, but it has all the right stuff. It has the right
course.
engine, 6-speed. You know, it's cool because it's a 4-door, and you know, and I mean, the only thing is like GM build quality. I'm not a big fan of it. But then again,
Oh boy.
but if we're talking about something that you could drive to the track and have fun, then yeah, why not? It's fine. Now the thing is, with LSs, I've always been a believer of you have to
You
run.
do know you're contradicting yourself a little bit, right?
What
Why?
else is new?
Because you're questioning the GM build quality,
I always have.
but you're saying like, oh, it's a car that you could just easily take to the track and back.
Well, I mean, yes.
You see
but
what I'm getting at, right?
Yes, you can, but I'm saying because it is also comfortable. But like I question the build quality on a lot of stuff outside of Toyota and Honda. So
Is it just an SS or
Yeah.
is
yeah,
it,
it's called
Chevy
Chevy
SS.
SS, or you could even call it Chevy Super Sport.
it wasn't Cruise, right? The Cruise.
No,
No.
The
It looks
Cruise
like
was-
a
Impala?
a Malibu or like a
Yeah.
regular sedan.
I'm just trying to see if there's one that's for sale on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
good
gonna
luck.
Be, yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough, but it's a cool car, man. And I mean, the thing with LSs, as I was trying to say, the one thing I would modify for drifting is I would add an AccuSump because they have lots of oil starvation issues. So having the AccuSump with the extra oil there is definitely
Yeah, I like the G8, man.
The
G8's
G8
a
is-
good-looking car.
yeah, G8's
2009.
a great car. And I'm wondering, is that
$10,000, 2008.
the same platform as the SS?
I mean, it's.
I
wouldn't
believe
know.
so.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
so that's awesome. So like
And you could do a swap. You could
But-
any transmission's
Yeah.
not a
yeah,
problem.
in
You could put dog box on it.
in Australia they came with the LSA, which is like a supercharged LS3, which is awesome. So like it's a great car, and Australia uses them in drifting. So you have kits out there for these cars. You might have to import the kit, but I mean it's out there. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, yeah, that's a
What is it with Australia? I always hear them with these crazy builds, and I gotta wonder, like, how's the water down there?
yeah, they're pretty crazy. They're pretty crazy. And I mean, we do have an Australian driver here in the States that was competing in Pro 2 last year by Josh Robinson. He had the Holden U, the Holden Maloo is called, which is pretty much like a modern day El Camino.
Sounds like a cartoon character.
Yeah, Maloo. But yeah, and he had the whole like kangaroo painted on the side of the U. But he's actually now going into pro.
Car disabled on track.
Yeah, and he's going into pro. Yeah, I see that. That's dangerous. They got to get that car off.
Yeah.
But now Josh Robinson is now going into pro, but he's going to be running an HGK Eurofighter. So, which is a E92 BMW coupe. That HGK, which Christoph Splush was campaigning 2 years ago and won in Road Atlanta with that car. So we're going to see another Eurofighter back in Formula D, which is going to be awesome. The way those cars handle and grip and everything is crazy.
Oh, someone's excited.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's Dirk. Hey, Dirk, don't be a jerk.
So the guy who got stranded on
Yeah.
course is our friend Dirk, also known as DJ.
Yeah, DJ.
Another old school face.
Is he? Well, yeah, he's
he's-
got county line days.
Yeah, he's been around since like
He was
what?
great. He's good
06,
fun. He's
07?
good fun to have around.
Yeah,
I
he's-
hope they have AAA.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's another thing I was gonna mention.
Oh, I guess a battery got loose or something because he just touched something, and the
Yeah.
lights came on.
Yep. So that's another thing.
What are you gonna mention?
I was gonna mention if you're gonna be driving your drift car to the track, AAA is a great thing to have. You pay $125,
yeah,
$135 a year. You get 5 toes. You know.
Did you say 5 toes?
Yeah, 5 toes.
Well, you're
Like-
born with 5 toes.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're born with 10, but you know.
Well, each on each foot. You got me there, but yeah. on
But
each
yeah,
foot.
you get 1 foot each year. So
Wait, what are you talking about?
Wait, one
what-
foot
you
each
get
year?
5 toes, like they'll tow your car.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
But I'm saying like, okay, you know, you get five toes a year in case, you know, like your drift car breaks down. You know, they're
you
technically
just gotta hope they bring a flatbed.
well, yeah, they most of the time they do. Well, you could request it as well. But like the thing is like, okay, they're technically not supposed to. Oh, it's 4 service calls. You're right, Josh.
That's why
Okay.
you need somebody to keep us in check.
All right. All
Fact
right.
checker.
Yeah, I
Fake
obviously,
news. Fake news.
I obviously need to be fact checked every, you know. Oh, and they can deny you for being lowered. Well, I haven't been denied, so
It's because
whatever.
you don't have a car.
Well, I may, you know, when the driver gets there, I may do some extracurricular services. But anyway,
Wait. What
Oh,
would those?
come on.
What would those include? Family show.
They
yeah,
they
it's a
t-
family show. It's a family show.
They'll
Maybe
talk
some
about it. At the,
moisturizing, some moisturizing.
But I'm just saying, they could be swayed. But yes, technically they're not supposed to pick you up if you broke your car at a racetrack or whatever. But what I tell everybody is like, all right, just push your car out to the road, and then they'll pick you up. And it is up to the driver.
Absolutely. But if Chris actually has a guide. It's $50 anywhere in Broward.
Oh wow!
That's a great deal.
oh my!
Whoa.
But we're in Palm Beach.
Well, right now we're in Palm Beach, but I'm talking about for those that are in Broward.
Well, either way, look, 4 toes for $135 a year.
I just think of toes now.
I can't get the feet out of my head. Those toes.
You guys are sick.
ZJ? Oh.
Oh, like DJ, but he's driving a Z? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just glad they're picking up those tires off the track finally.
Thank God.
So, all right, look, you guys with your foot fetishes, you perverts.
You brought
It's
it up.
not a foot fetish, man. It's just a wordplay.
Well, no, it's just
Could be a little foot
you
plug.
you like whatever. You guys are gross. Anyway,
we should take our socks off. Fill our feet.
no, we shouldn't because our feet might have gotten wet with all the rain.
We can hold the microphones with our feet.
Oh God, I'll never touch the microphones again.
It sounds like ASMR, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Well, you see, I don't know what you guys are into. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's
Boy.
oh ZJ, my extra service.
Let me ask you guys something. This is
Zandy
car
job?
news
What?
that may or may not affect how people perceive the vehicle and if you'll actually see it out on the tracks. A 4-cylinder Supra is coming over to the States.
No.
Yep.
What does that look like?
It looks the same.
Why don't they just call that a Celica?
It looks the same.
Like the okay. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it looks the same.
Why
The
are
only
they
difference
why
is
are they
that
doing
they're
that?
now offering a new engine option aside from the 6-cylinder that they currently have right now.
The spaghetti mess.
Okay, but we've already talked about this, but we're gonna have to flesh this out.
Flesh.
Does it come with a manual?
No, it does not, as far as I know.
What the heck? All right, I get it. Modern cars, modern sports cars, whatever. These automatics are way better than any manual, any human can ever be. But if you're gonna give us a lower option for less money, can you at least give us a manual transmission?
Well, first off,
They don't sell.
before I should have prefaced this, tread lightly, no. The last thing we want is for Toyota to put you on some sort of ban list.
Okay, cool.
You try to go buy a Toyota, and next thing you know, it's like, oh, sorry, sir, we can't allow you to purchase a vehicle because of something you said 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, number one,
You're like, what?
They're not building the cars.
Who's coming to California? That's a good idea. That'd be great.
Hey guys, this,
Well, I might be getting a new job, so I'm actually may get vacation in California. Would be pretty cool.
hey, let's all road trip out there.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, hopefully we could build this show up to the point where people will actually want us to come do a show over there.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah,
But that's going to take some time because right now, we got a handful of people watching us.
Yeah, and that's another.
And they're biased because we have history with them, but they support
Yeah.
us because it's all good.
Well, I guess talking about shows, I think it's a good opportunity to plug our program that we do, where we just do what we're doing now, where we just talk and talk and talk, but in a different setting, in a more relaxed, quiet, and more, I guess you could say, informative area where, oh shoot, wrong camera. There we go. I got distracted by the tandems over here, trying to get it on.
Straighten out.
Yeah, that's not good.
They tightened it up.
Oh! Fail.
Spoke too soon.
Well, anywho.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a little program taking place. We call it the Skip Pad. It's over on the SFL Drifters channel. So make sure to, if you enjoy the content that we're providing over here now, check it out.
Yes.
It's we just started episode 1 last month, and we hope to do many more. So again, it's over on the SFL Drifters channel. So
That's
be
the
sure to
YouTube.
check it out. Yeah, that's yes. The
all
YouTube,
one
my
word
fault.
or 2 words?
Well, all in one word, actually. It's very simple to do. Just youtube.com/SFL DRIFTERS.
Nice.
Yeah. And we're also like looking into the future, even broadcasting on
man.
Facebook.
Oh, double spin. It's a
Really?
twofer. It's a twofer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah, we're also looking into broadcasting on Facebook as well in the future. But that's something that we're working up and building before.
We're
before too long.
exploring. We're exploring many options. We're trying to see exactly what's out there, what's going to work best, and
Okay.
so
Align
first-
with our schedules because we all have work and family. And
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have our lives as well.
yes, we.
But
all
I
adults.
mean, but we're still gonna do what we can to bring you more content. We have plenty of ideas as well from outside of these live streams and programs. Like maybe even bringing our own user content.
yeah.
Like make videos of our builds or us driving on the track.
Yep.
I know for.
Oh!
Okay, that was interesting.
Yeah.
I know for a fact, like eventually I'm gonna end up buying another drift car, and when I do that, I'm gonna, make videos on parts installs and me driving on track, like
Not only that is, I mean, because
relearning
you
how to
talk
drive.
so much. When you're at home, you must burn. Like, you don't talk that much at home, though.
No, it's
You
funny.
let it all out. You
It's
store it.
funny that I'm talking so much now. I'm not really that much of a
No,
talker.
I don't know how you do it. Like I'm like I've been sitting here and I'm just like thinking to myself, he can talk.
Well,
He has
But
his
he
moments.
fills in the space.
He has
but,
his-
great.
he has
but,
his
but
moments.
here's the thing. It's that like I have all this like wrong
This damn
information
tart.
in my head.
Built up aggression.
No, I have like wrong information in my head, and I gotta like share it to people, like like how Volvos are 3,800 pounds. So, so we're still on that, and I don't care what the internet says. It's not 2,800, it's 3,800 because
We may have to do a little shot or video of us going and weighing Paul's car.
yeah.
Because the
no, I believe that car is 2,700 pounds. You said it was?
but the wagon doesn't really weigh all that. It can't weigh 1,000
No, it-
pounds more.
No,
It's
but
like-
but
it's
I'm
not
talking
that
about a
much class.
240 wagon. But anyway, whatever. I'm
940, 340, whatever.
obviously.
But I looked it up. It's 240. It was. You don't believe me? That's
Yeah.
Google.
I believe you.
Yes.
Thank you, Ben. Thank
yes, you do
I
talk
believe you.
more, Josh. and
I
you
don't
talk
believe this guy.
Way more crap.
This guy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I believe him. I believe him.
Actually, I just wanted to bring up on the Skip Bash show on the last one we
Yes.
spoke about the okay, so that $100,000
The
drift
Clutch
series.
Kickers event. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. No, I'm
Okay,
not gonna just. I'm just going through the list of things so that way people know exactly what to
But we can
expect
bring
if
that
they.
up still.
Yeah, if they want to go switch over to that after this, $100,000 drift series. What else did we speak about? Do you remember, guys?
New rules for FD.
Yeah, the new rules for FD.
We spoke about.
A car for a Knoll,
yeah.
Genesis G70.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know what? That could be something I might be driving in 15 years. You never know.
15 years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy one for $40,000.
He's being optimistic.
We also had the.
But it's a Hyundai product. In 3 years, it's gonna be worth $4,000. So whatever.
We talked about the drift for epilepsy.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
there
Oh
we
yeah,
go.
we talked about the drift for epilepsy meet.
We had the interview.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's dragging a bumper, but
Yeah.
the car's driving just fine. So
Yeah, but see, the thing is to rip a stock bumper off. Like
We-
that's.
well,
Yeah.
obviously this driver likes to abuse his cars. So
Trying to think, what else did we talk
We,
about?
we
You
had
also-
that exclusive interview about Homestead.
Oh, we
remember
did,
that.
and it
Yes.
got canceled. That event was supposed to be tomorrow.
yeah,
No
it was
way.
Supposed to be tomorrow,
Yes,
and
it got canceled.
Oh
absolutely.
wow!
Yes.
Actually, we could talk about that. So let's finish up. So
We
what else?
love negativity.
Actually,
here.
you know what? So yeah, all of that and more. So don't forget, check that out.
You can see the interview on my YouTube page at I Do Drifting. You'll see me interviewing. Well, actually, I did not post that interview on there, but we did put that interview on the
program,
on
on
the
the show.
program for
Yeah.
the SFL Drifter Skid Pad program.
So it's there.
Yeah.
It is on there.
So check it out, guys.
Absolutely, check
Yeah.
that out.
Definitely.
Do
You
you
get to see
have-
my live reaction.
Do you have an idea when we're gonna do another one?
I gotta figure that out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll get
and
to
once we'll figure it out,
It's-
we'll make an announcement.
It's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon.
So back to what Ben was talking about.
So yes, my apologies, because again, I'm still in a state of shock right now, based on what you just mentioned. So, there was supposed to be a Homestead event tomorrow,
Yes.
and now I'm getting word
It did get canceled.
that it got canceled. Now, because I don't want to spoil what was discussed on the previous on the show, but what did you hear? Like, why did it get canceled? How did it get canceled? Or what's going on?
From what I understand, from what I heard, and we went. This was at the Drift for Epilepsy meet that I went to on Thursday. Hold on to his car's goodbye.
I can still hear you.
Okay, so at the Drift for Epilepsy meet, I went to this past Thursday, and I spoke with Victor because he's always there. That's his event,
Yeah.
Drift for Epilepsy.
Okay.
And we had brought up the event, and Victor said, "Oh, it got canceled. It got canceled from what I understand because there wasn't enough people to help him organize it. He didn't have enough help. So it was. I guess it was too much too soon, and he wasn't able to get it together and get the driver. It's probably a driver thing, because you had this event here, especially with it being the last skid pad or not last skid pad, but the last go-kart track. Everybody wanted to hit it up, and then they go do another event at Homestead tomorrow. From what I understand, it was. I'm not saying that they told me it was a lack of drivers, but from what I understand, what they said, it was a lack of volunteers, people to help coordinate.
Right. Well, I mean, I did find it funny yesterday when I looked at the schedule for the fair event, where I didn't see anything for drifting, and I was like, oh.
Well, it's only going to be a demo, really. I mean, he explained it as an event, but like we said in the show, you can't really throw. How are you going to charge somebody $150, $100, $200, and you're only going to have 3 45-minute sessions of drifting?
No.
And 20. Think of it, 25 cars. Who's gonna pay $200 to get 2 laps, 3 laps in? Not to say that that hasn't happened before, way back in the past when there wasn't that many events out there, and there was a lot of people hitting it. Back in the Nopi National Nopi Drift Series, you go out to an event, you get like 5 laps.
Oh, there goes Randy, where I was supposed to interview him. Thanks, guy.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. I guess he's too busy driving. I don't blame him.
Maybe we should black flag him.
Black flag.
Maybe
Wow.
that'll get him to come over.
I detect a little bit of animosity there in your voice.
Oh,
I don't
me?
thi- No.
Oh,
Noel,
no.
look at him. Look, Noel's giving him the finger.
Nah.
He was giving him the finger. Holy cow.
Yeah, well, maybe that'll
Whoa.
make him respond, huh?
I don't think
Get
he-
over here, Randy.
Oh,
That's just
man.
poor sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. If it works, right? But it didn't because he's not parking his car. He's going to keep driving. I don't blame him. I'd rather be driving than interviewing anyway. So, smells like, is that race gas or E85? It smells good.
I don't
I
know.
think race gas.
I think it's race gas. It's got like a certain sweetness to it.
E85 has a more like a cooking oil.
Yeah,
smell to
kind of
it.
like a weird, almost pungent smell.
I see my brother's getting ready to go out again, but I don't
Yes.
know. He is he? No.
Bring
he's
it
not.
out. Bring it on.
No, I think he's still.
Oh, well, no.
No, he's still parked over there. He's sitting in the car with his door. He probably went to go find food because he's a hungry guy. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of fuel to.
Hey, I still got half that sandwich you got me thinking.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Sublix.
from, yes.
V5 full of fun. I am hungry. Give me some.
That's right.
That pub sub, yeah.
Now they have the containers for the pub subs. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I've been wanting to buy one because I buy so many pub
Containers?
subs. Yeah,
They have like a sub.
so that way it doesn't get soggy.
Put it in and it seals it up.
Yeah.
Oh, just so you know that, shameless plug, which is hilarious. We're talking about the subs. They're on special, I believe, next week.
There we go.
I will tell you.
All the subs are $5.99.
I
Yep,
will tell
I'm
you. That's
buying one
one
of
thing
each.
that I miss about. I switched over to that plant-based diet.
Uh-huh.
I miss a pub sub.
Oh,
Pub
man.
sub and Blaze Pizza.
They don't.
Oh.
That's good. Those are good.
They don't offer
it's all
like
right. I
a
feel good. I'm afraid if I have one now, It'll tear
perfect-
my stomach up.
The
You'll
perfect
turn-
fuel.
I'm
for
serious. I'll be
drifting.
like all over the place.
Oh, but it gives you the power to go drifting.
You'll be backfiring.
No, I'm backfiring. Well, I eat enough beans for the backfiring, so I got the
Oh,
backfiring
yeah,
down.
Well, yeah, I guess there's your power. All natural plant-based power, guys.
Yep. It's good though.
Is that Gabe back there?
Hi.
Oh, he spun. I don't think that's him.
Is this car white or silver?
It's like a dark gray or.
Yeah,
It's darker than
it's
that,
like
right?
a gunmetal, I think.
I think
He's
it's darker
going
than that.
backwards.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Get
Getting
out of the way. There's people that can actually drive coming.
Bop, bop, bop.
Hey,
That's a lot of. Is
I
that
think-
something in a parking lot?
yeah, he's just two-stepping in the parking lot, and
That's so annoying.
that's fine. Let him blow his turbo. Or
They should
whatever.
leave that for the 4th of July. Come on.
I don't like it. It's so. Oh man, that's so annoying.
Yeah, it's like
It's not for everyone.
you know, like maybe a year or two ago, I would have been like, man, that's cool. But then, like now, it's kind of like,
It's cool on the track. Like when I see like them ripping it
yeah,
and just ba 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 ba, you
Right.
know, just dip it. But this is like just sitting in the parking lot.
yeah, and just
It's
like
give me attention.
I
like
need
it.
attention.
I think it's best in a rally car.
I
Yes,
think
I
it's-
agree. It's really yeah. I
All
totally
he's doing
agree.
is like wearing out his engine in a parking lot, like with no purpose, you know, because that is obviously not the greatest.
There
thing in the
is a
world.
purpose. He's trying to gain fans and followers.
Oh, you know what? Maybe
Maybe not. I
Maybe
don't
that's
know.
a mating call.
Hey, I
Yeah.
didn't think about
Mating
that.
call.
Yeah, maybe it's a
well,
mating
okay,
call.
so what do you think he's gonna bring?
I don't
Well,
know. I couldn't tell you
It
what
just
would
brings
be.
more guys.
Yeah, yeah, that's the
Well,
problem.
hey, if gay is your way, that's
well,
okay,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, you can't knock on it.
Oh God, there we go.
Oh.
Oh boy.
oh.
Oh boy.
That was a very interesting line by the lead car.
Is that actual tire smoke? Are we starting to get some tire smoke? Is the track staying dry?
Yeah, it's burning
Yeah.
oil. So,
Oh, burning oil. Yeah, good point. Probably is.
yeah, with drift cars, it's always burning oil. No, yeah, the track is drying up, so we're getting some grip, some speed into the track.
Whoa,
He
tight.
He kind of put it into the wet spot there.
Oh, they're starting to come. They're starting to get a little more action here.
A little more rowdy.
Very nice.
I like this very much. I like so much.
So,
Boy.
yeah.
So what were we talking about before?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we were talking about spoke about Homestead. We're talking about the 4-cylinder Supra.
Yeah, let's go back to the 4-cylinder Supra, right? Because I
Okay.
think there's more to talk about that we didn't really mention. Okay, I think it's cool that they're giving, you know, the consumer options.
Yes.
As far as like maybe you can't afford the inline six, or you just like the way the car looks, because it is aesthetically pleasing, in my opinion. But you don't need the performance because it's just a daily driver or whatever. That's cool. But
That's cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, I see this becoming a meme.
Yeah, it's like back in high school. Stop making fun of my voice, man.
I already have
cool.
I already have like confidence issues with my voice. I can't even believe I even host like a podcast or
That's cool.
or a live stream because
I wish I could cut that into a clip. Like,
But anyway,
Oh, you can. I'll help you out. Don't worry about it.
That's cool.
as I was saying,
Scooby Snack.
Oh, I could just imagine all the possibilities with that.
So, anyway.
I'm getting a knife in my tire.
you know what? All right, since we're already making fun of me as it is, guys, it's not related to drifting, but it was kind of a funny story, or it is a very funny story. So we're on our way to the event.
Oh boy.
Who's we?
Bladder and
Captain.
Oh, Bladder.
Cap-
Oh, you're
Yeah.
throwing back to Ben. Captain
yeah,
Ben.
Captain Ben and I, and then you were on your way as well.
Yes, absolutely.
You called Ben up and you're like, "Hey, do you guys want anything from
Publix.
Publix, yeah.
This is where my sandwich came." And so then, Ben asked me. He's like, "Hey, what?" I'm like, "Oh man, I'll take a pub sub, you know." And like, okay, cool. What do you want? I was like, "I'll text it to you so that way you have it, you know, on your phone, and you can just read it off. So, okay, cool. So we hang up, and then I go to bed because I'm driving up. I'm like, I'm not going to text and drive. It's raining. You know, people are crazy out there, and I don't want to be one of the crazy ones. So I hand my phone over to Ben. Okay? And I go, hey.
Which is, you're charting dangerous waters by doing that.
I mean, you should have known better.
And so then I'm telling him like what I want, but obviously I'm telling him with my mannerisms and my.
You were dictating.
Your
my
mannerisms?
Yeah, like, you know, or however, you know, my way of speak is.
Your way of speak.
Yeah.
My way of speak. My way speak.
Okay, anyway. So this is what Ben types out to Tim. He's literally taking my words and typing them. He goes, okay, whole sub, white bread, chicken tender, mayo and mustard. Let me know if you need to slow down. Let me know if you need me to slow down. I said that specifically. Hang on. I said that specifically because he's typing it and I didn't want to go too fast and where he's going to miss something. But instead of taking into consideration that I'm being considerate, he types that whole thing down. And
that was nice.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, but you're talking about sandwiches in Publix while we're watching Drifting.
Yeah, but you know, hey,
You get bored?
pub subs are
Pub
like.
subs.
So
Yes, I was definitely thrown off by that text message.
and then he goes, pepper jack cheese, lettuce. Yes, he types in lettuce, onions, jalapenos, and then but I say jalapenos a funny way. I say
that one got me.
I say
boy.
jalapenos, and Ben types in I say jalapenos, and salt,
Paul's going back
pepper,
out. Paul's going
oil,
back out.
and vinegar, and then he writes and toasted in all caps.
Nice.
And then I go, and then I tell Ben, and then ask, do you have Cash Cab? And he literally types, and then ask, do you have Cash App? And like, I didn't know he was typing all this, but then all of a sudden, Ben, sorry.
Damn this thing.
I keep going old school. Captain Ben starts chuckling, and I know that this guy wrote the stupidest thing on text, and he sends it before I could even grab my phone.
Whoa. Nice little spin.
And I almost died laughing. We both almost died laughing because I was about to have an accident with the laughing.
I mean,
And Tim is like confused
Wait.
by this text
Here we go.
message.
Here we go. Hold on. Let's see how this goes. Coming inside. Okay, nice. Oh, early transition. You got tires in the way.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, nice.
Very nice.
You know, it's great to watch these guys like in the beginning when they start tandeming and they're really far apart,
Yeah.
and as the night progresses, how they get closer and closer.
Yeah.
Thank God this track finally dried up.
Yeah, it's
You got
it's
your
great.
wet spots, so you just got to stay in the dry zones. But
Yeah. Yeah, but in the dry zones, you got the tires, so it's like, would you rather hit the wet spot or hit a tire?
right.
He looped it. So, yeah, it was a stupid story, but it was. Tim was just very confused about why I
There's
texted
Paul.
him.
Paul's out there now, right?
oh yeah, there he goes.
Let's see how it is.
Oh, here he comes.
No.
He's coming.
No.
There. Oh, going into the wet stuff to get the car to slide out. Oh, transitions. Nice little transition. The diff seems like it's opening up. Oh, and he did a pretty good lap there.
He's really missing not having a clutch. Man, he got close to that little.
I think part of the problem is that the car cooled down enough and like too much,
Yeah.
and now it's causing like him to have like an uphill battle again to really warm everything up.
Yeah, he has to start like back at the bottom of the hill again.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling.
Well,
Well,
I
it's
mean,
okay.
Hey,
I
look,
mean,
it's a learning experience for him. He knows that he's gonna have to do some sort of manual swap and work on the diff and and even work on the angle.
He's got a lot of seat time in it, though. I'll tell you. He's been out there nonstop.
Yeah,
he's been
been
going
out there
crazy.
killing it.
So that's good.
It's great. Woody's, and the thing is, he drives that car on the street too.
Yeah, well, he drives on the weekends and
So
here and there.
he's doing that, I think, really makes you get a better feel for the car. So that way, when
Yep.
you do come to the track, you
Absolutely.
feel comfortable in the
Yep.
car.
I try to drive the 350Z as much as possible, and here is I finally got some coilovers for my 350Z. I bought some used coilovers.
Oh, that's right.
So that way I could get the camber a little positive in the rear, so when it squats, I'm zeroing out. I'm not
Yeah.
burning up the inside of tires. So I went, after I got put the coilovers on, it took me like a week before I could go get it aligned.
Okay.
So my daughter she loves going for rides with me in the car. We turn the music on, roll the windows
Yeah.
down. She has a good time.
That's awesome.
So we go to that was a nice little tandem there.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
very
that's
aggressive.
Nice.
Randy's always
Nice.
on it. That was
So
great.
so I'm like I go out Friday after we get off work a little early on Friday to go up there. My daughter hops in a car. We go. It's about 25, 30 miles. It's a family-owned Meineke. Guy named Frankie. Oh, I want to see this real quick.
Ooh,
Nice. Ooh.
nice.
Nice,
Oh!
nice.
Oh,
There we
wow.
go. There we go.
Keeping it tight.
Nice.
Oh!
Nice. That was a good
great.
run.
I thought it was going to wipe out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the chase car was gonna spin.
All right. So anyways, we go up there, drive about 25, 30 miles, and
Yeah.
they weren't ready for me yet. It was probably like 3 or 4 o'clock.
Oh!
3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And sitting there, and then Frankie says, hey, go ahead and pull it up on his dad. So it's him, his mom, and his dad.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool little family place. You always want to support local business and
Right.
family-owned. So I go there. I go to pull it on the rack, and the inner control arm pops out.
Eh?
Oh no.
I could have only imagined. I drove on the highway 25, 30 miles driving through the street. Oh, here comes Paul. Oh, he's getting angry.
Well, he just spun out, so obviously he's
There he goes. There he
frustrated.
goes. There he goes.
Oh, nice. A little more aggressive on
A little
the
more
transition.
aggressive.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
too
okay.
All right,
aggressive.
that's
Too
good.
aggressive.
He's learning the limits of
Yep.
the car.
As
So,
you were saying,
like I was saying, is that my inner tie rod popped out when I went to go turn and put the car on the lift. I was able to get it like back in just enough so I can get the car on the lift. Then I ended up having to pick up the car on Saturday. I had to have my wife pick me up, pick up an inner tie rod on the way. And what ended up happening is the GK Tech kit from what I understand, I bought the steering rack spacers. So on the passenger side, I believe passenger side, you have it's a screw-in spacer. So the spacer screws into the rack, and an inner tie rod screws onto that. On the other side, it's just like this washer spacer. When I put it in, it felt like I wasn't getting that many threads, and I took it off, and I went back and forth. I was like, man, it doesn't seem like that's enough threads really to hold on.
Yeah.
But I was checking, everybody's like, yeah, that's how you do it, that's how you do it. So I put some thread lock on it, and I tightened it as much as I could. And I did, like 3 or 4 events on it, drove
Yeah.
it around the street, everything seemed fine.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it backed out a little bit, but those 3 or 4 threads that were holding it on popped out. But I am so thankful it didn't pop out while I was driving on the highway.
Yeah.
Oof, that
So-
could have been bad.
Yeah, but now the car, I'm excited to drift the next event because now I have about positive 2 degrees in the rear.
Oh wow, that's aggressive.
Well, that's what Jackson and everybody with the 350Zs that go there, it's like 1.5, 2 degrees positive in the rear, because I guess because it squats down, it levels out.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited because I got the tow rods. I already had the camber, but I ended up getting the toe adjusters, and I also ended up getting by accident, I thought I was ordering the ones that replace the spring bucket in the bottom.
Yeah.
So I thought I was ordering those, but I actually got the traction rods. So I know it looks good in the back, though. I have everything in the back is fully adjustable. So I'm really excited to get to run that car next event.
Right. Yeah. No, that's awesome. And a great thing about all those like adjustable arms and everything on those cars, they're cheap. Like those cars are amazing. I think really for a party car or for for a seat time car, that's the
a
ultimate
party car?
Yeah. Party.
What kind of party?
A drift party.
Oh,
Hello?
Yeah, it's one of the best cars you can get,
I've heard you say that so many times tonight.
I know. I know.
So is a
If you want-
four-cylinder Supra one of the best cars you
Nope.
could get?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
No, because
So
man,
that's it.
you
There's
hear me?
nothing else that needs to be said about it, right?
No, it's just crap. Now I'll say this: a 3,800-pound Volvo wagon is the best car to get.
Would you revisit the topic if they
hear me?
decide to bring out a manual transmission for the Supra?
Absolutely. I think.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hang on. Let's just talk about it now.
Ugh.
If they do decide to bring out a manual transmission Supra, and let's say even if it's the 4-cylinder, that is the biggest step in the right direction that they can go in.
Well,
because
obviously.
okay, granted, the automatic is gonna be faster in drag racing, in road racing, and whatever you want. That car is better. But
What
for
is-
the enthusiast and people that want to drive it a certain way, why not give that option to us? Why not give us a manual transmission? And okay, BMW's making it, right? BMW has some of the best manual transmissions out there. Okay, why the heck are they not giving us that option? It's just, look, Toyota can. That was loud. Sorry, headphone users. But if Toyota wants to ban me from buying one of their cars or whatever, so be it. But the truth of the matter is that Toyota is missing out on an opportunity to cater to people who really want to get this car, but the manual transmission option or lack thereof is kind of the biggest hindrance. You know, I don't know. It's sad because more and more car enthusiasts,
There we
you know,
go.
or there's less and less car enthusiasts due to the fact
Oh,
What happened?
that car. Oh, yeah,
no,
that
locked
guy-
up the front tires.
Yeah, he was understeering into the outside of that corner.
Oh boy, yep, I saw that coming.
Yeah, that line
Way
he took
offline.
was bad.
Didn't Joshua Share had a S2000 at once?
No, it was Randy, his friend Randy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Randy had an.
I thought
S2000.
Joshua had a.
I don't remember Josh having.
I know he had a Honda bike,
Yes, he did have that.
a CBR. I know that.
Yeah, I know that he trailered his motorcycle across the United States in an S13. That, hang on, this is a cool old school story here.
Okay.
Josh was out, you know, he's living in California. He buys an S13 with an SR and he's living in Northern California, drives it to Southern California to Willow Springs and does a drift event out there. And that's like a 12-hour drive. Does a drift event out there. Oh, our buddy Dan was with him through this trip. Then he drives all the way across America to Florida in this car, trailering his motorcycle. Yeah, America. Trailering his
there.
motorcycle. Gets down here to Florida, like actually comes to my apartment to visit me, like with him and Dan, and we're just, you know, talking crap. It was fun.
Talking about toes, right?
Talking about toes.
Talking about toes,
yeah.
man.
Talking about toes.
5 toes.
Yeah, 5 toes. When it's really 4 toes.
Oh, I
but-
like when you talk about toes.
Yeah. I know.
So what happened?
Ah, yeah.
So then a couple,
Toes are nice.
yay, as is what Josh is saying on the
yeah.
chat. But
I'm just waiting for him to correct you on the story. So
well,
go
no,
ahead, carry
I'm
on.
not gonna give too many details because it was like
'Cause then you'll be wrong.
12 years ago, and
Exactly.
I'll be wrong again.
Well, I don't want to give too many details
You know,
because
I'm usually
somebody's going to call BS and
I'm not
then I'll be off
wrong.
the show.
I'm not wrong a lot, but man, tonight I've been killing it on being wrong. Anyway, so then like a couple
You've
weeks
been
later,
I'm going to call you Lefty because you ain't right.
Been getting a lot of things, no.
So anyway, so like a week or two later, we come over. Like he was in Naples. I was in Port Charlotte. We go to Miami to County Line, and he drifts that car at County Line. Like
Here's Paul.
like I'm like, dude, this guy is
guy does first turn.
risking the fact that he can't take his car back.
Okay,
to
so first turn,
Yeah.
he's
and
taking
then
it
he
a much more
drives it
cautious
back to
approach.
California.
Hey, California.
Well,
And I'm like,
California.
thanks.
Whoa. There you
Thanks.
go.
And I think that's freaking awesome. This guy just
Oh, he's hitting
took
the puddles.
a trip
He's hitting the
across the
puddles.
country in a drift car, and he
Shazbot.
drifted it on both coasts.
I know what happened. I know why I'm thinking about S2000 with him. He, if I recall correctly, over at Charlotte County Speedway.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Paul. Over at Charlotte County Speedway, he took out an S2000 to the track.
It must have been Randy's.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, that's what it was. I don't remember who it belonged to, but I know that he grabbed the car, jumped into the car, and he took it out onto the track at Charlotte County Speedway. And
Right.
and did not wreck. That's the important part, because at the time it was you were playing with fire, trying to drift an S2000.
Yeah, but Josh, we all know Josh is an excellent
Yeah,
driver.
he was a good driver.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he still is.
He was a pain in
but,
the ass sometimes, though.
Yeah,
But he's a good driver.
but he
Yeah.
was a great driver. But I mean,
I think the first time I actually had to talk to Josh, he was he was complaining about where the pit was. You know, the pit it's in a stupid spot. We gotta drive all the way over there. I gotta bring my tires. Oh, I'm like, oh gosh, I didn't know this guy. Man, is he pain in the ass?
hey, the pits were kind of, yeah, it was a pain in the butt to get there. But hey,
Vietnamese dudes.
oh, okay,
That's
so
the
it wasn't
case.
it wasn't Josh's. It was another.
Yeah.
S2000.
See, I knew it. I knew he was in an S2000 at one
so,
point.
once again, I am wrong.
But see,
So
yes, exactly.
yeah,
But see,
3,800
him
pound
him doing what you just mentioned, the story of him just getting the car, then drifting the event, and then going, driving it across the country again. That just shows how confident he was with his driving abilities, and that's something that a lot of people have struggles with. It's just confidence.
Right.
And you just see it oftentimes out on the track, and you're like, oh boy, this guy is going to really struggle out there.
Right, because
Right.
what happens is, what was it?
I have a lot of opinions, but based on facts.
Fake news. But you know, you see it in a lot of driving, and I'm guilty of it as well. And you're right. Certain go-kart track, not a big deal. You don't have confidence, it's no big. Once you start getting into the road course, you got to commit.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
in if you're halfway committed, that's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I've always said it's like if you're scared or just not. I drifted Adam's kart track on the way back. Dude, that's awesome. So, yeah, Adams is a gangster track. That must very technical and fun. But yeah, if when you
You
go out,
almost knocked Noel's socks off his toes.
yeah,
From
yeah,
that
wrong
announcement.
toes though. But anyway. So, yeah, when you go out onto the road course, where like on certain parts of the track you can initiate at 100 miles an hour.
Darn this thing.
You know, into turn 10 or whatever.
Is it still bugging you?
What's that? Oh, the
Every once in a while it'll
You want me
block
to go
it.
fix
I think
No, it's fine.
No,
it's
I
fine.
think it's just because it's right in the side of his peripheral vision. It's throwing him off.
But yeah, once you get out onto the track, I mean, a lot of it has to be with like sticking to your instincts. You know, and just commit, like, you know, like don't, like if you're gonna pull the handbrake or whatever, like pull the handbrake. Don't like back off of it or be slow with it or
Pull it 100 times.
Yeah, be sure of it. Great. Use
Yeah.
both hands.
Yeah. But some
I'm
people
saying- I'm
pull
saying-
it like 100 times, and it's crazy.
I'm saying commit to your instincts. You know, like to like and like you know you gotta be full throttle at certain points of the track. Be full throttle. Don't
Let's go full throttle.
Yeah, you just if you know.
And most importantly, words that Noel lives by day to day,
Yep.
never lift.
Never lift.
Never lift. Like that includes like weight training. He never lifts.
Oh, man, he just, oh, that's it. Yeah, that killed me.
I
That's
can't
it.
really say anything either. I don't lift.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
Oh man.
So, what I'm saying is like, if, you know, be sure of yourself, be sure of your abilities before you go onto a track that can, you know, that can really ruin your car and your opinion of drifting. So, yeah, because I've seen
Or
it a
just
lot.
have Noah convince you to get another car.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
8.6.
Or no, you gotta buy a Corvette. You gotta buy a Corvette. So,
Are you actively saving for something?
right now I got like I'm just
That's a great question, Tim.
What?
If he's actively saving for something.
Right.
That is a great question.
well, sort of. Yes, I'm actually like just getting a few things sorted out right now, and but soon I will start saving within the next month or so. I should start saving up for my future drift car.
What's going to be your budget?
I'm gonna look.
To be determined.
I'm gonna be looking at something maybe around like $4,000 to $5,000
So
realistically.
you'll probably buy a Z.
Yeah. Well, I'm really aiming towards more like the G35 sedan.
Okay.
Because this is gonna be something that I'm not gonna drive every day, but I'm gonna be driving it on the streets.
Hold that thought. We got Paul back on the track.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
And again, spinning out in the same corner that he's been struggling
Well,
with
it
throughout
was,
the night.
Let's go.
But he's back at it again, trying to be aggressive, trying to
hit
find
that
his
puddle.
way to get that rear end and
There
kick
you go.
out.
There you go. There
There
you
it
go.
goes.
There we go. There's some action
There
going
you
on
go.
over there.
Yes,
Let's see
yes.
for the final turn. And
It's always
shoot.
that last corner.
Yeah.
Last kick.
That last step, it's a doozy.
But my reasoning behind the G35 sedan, I mean, don't get me wrong, if I find a good deal on a 350Z or a G35 coupe, I'll still take it. But the sedan idea is more because I'm going to be driving this on the street from time to time.
Right.
And also, I don't have a truck. So, like, the 350Z doesn't have a lot of space for, like, tires.
Right.
And, like, you know, you
That
Well,
damn
no,
crossbar.
I can, yeah. I
That-
mean, I could fit. It depends. If you don't have a passenger, you can get. No, I got 4 rims and tires
okay.
in there with the
that's not-
jack and everything. We install the passenger
That's
seat.
not bad, but I could probably fit that in, like, the trunk, and then plus I got
Oh,
the back seat.
I mean,
You
absolutely.
know what I mean?
Of
we
course.
have no idea.
And if somebody's not in the
somebody
riding
like-
with me, I could put some on the front seat too.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
mean, and the thing is like I've always wanted like a 4-door drift car too.
Yeah.
So I think they're cool. Like maybe it's not one of the old.
I think they're cool.
Yeah. Anyway. Thanks.
I need that like sound effect button.
Yes, you
I think you're
do.
cool.
So anyway, so like I am gonna go for more something like stylish.
Who are the other 3 watching?
I don't know.
Well, I'm just letting you know, Josh, that we have increased our viewership by what is there 4 people watching?
Yes, there's 4 people.
Currently
So last
no.
time there was 3. So
Yeah, it's that's
we're
right.
growing.
Yeah.
Growing is growing.
On
It
and
doesn't
on.
matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
Yeah.
One
And-
viewer is more viewers.
And on a different channel.
Yeah.
Oh, and on a different channel.
But it is important what you're growing.
Well, Guillermo was one of the people watching. I don't know if he's still one of the people watching.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe not.
Whoop whoop.
I think he pulled out. Got it?
Oh, but Joshua said he's not supposed to do that.
Yeah, you're not supposed
Well,
to.
there we
Well,
go.
we'll find
That's
out
why.
9 months from now.
Let's see.
Oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of want to build like more like a stylish, kind of cool looking drift car, like slam to the ground kind of thing.
You're gonna do like slam, like Japanese style.
Yeah, like
What?
yeah, that's what I want to do.
That's what you want to do?
Yeah, I like stylish cars.
Oh, God.
I think it's fun and they look cool. Like
It just sucks driving them on the street.
yeah, that's
Like
the only
my
thing.
car is not even that. I don't think it's that low, but it's still paying to
Yeah,
speed
I know.
humps. I can get over the big speed humps.
Yeah, well, luckily I'm moving out of my apartment pretty soon.
Oh, where are you guys going? Where are you gonna move to?
We're
Back to
tryna-
Tennessee.
No, we're trying
Tennessee,
to move, we're trying to
Tennessee.
move into like a house, so I'm not gonna have to be dealing with speed bumps. So like
Good.
going low is. But then again, like if
That was your pain point, the speed bumps?
oh, dude, I hate that crap. They're huge, especially on the entrance. But like now that I can lower the car as much as I want, whatever, and there's still gonna be some function to it. Like I'm gonna zero camber so that way like tires last longer, and and try to figure out a suspension setup.
What are you going to do about the Impicus?
Not important to me.
Hello?
Okay,
Of
what am I
course it
gonna
has to
do?
be
I am.
important
What am
to
I
you.
gonna do about the Impicus? I drive a Honda Accord for that. So
Okay, all right, so there we go. That's an answer.
yeah, so That's my daily, and then the dirty Smurf is what I call it because I never wash it and it's blue. And yeah, and then we'll have my fun car and be stupid with it, do stupid stuff,
Getting jiggy with it.
get jiggy with it.
Well, the event is almost over.
Yeah, definitely.
It ends at 11, right?
11 or 12?
11.
Oh,
I talked to
okay.
Chris earlier, said it ends at 11. So
Wow.
it is 10:43. We have approximately 17 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep going until the event finishes, so. Whatever. It ain't over till it's over.
That's right. It ain't over till it's over, because when it's over, it is actually over.
Yeah.
So the phrase makes perfect sense.
It does make sense. That's why I say it, because I only say things that make sense, like 3,800-pound Volvos.
Yeah. I used to have a friend who used to get mad when it is what it is. He's like, well, what is it? I'm like, I don't know. It is what it is. What people say. I hear you sing. I'm like, okay, fine. Sorry.
Tell them it's 3,800-pound Volvos.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it is what it is.
That's the answer. 3,800-pound Volvo.
Yep.
Yep.
What do we have on track? Oh, it's a Mustang.
Mustang.
Okay.
Okay, so before we end up, so let's talk about the Clutch Kickers event.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
so we so it seems like the event went down well. I haven't seen anything negative post up about it,
No.
right? Ben,
And-
you?
Um,
I haven't really fully
I
searched anything
haven't.
about it, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything. Actually, I saw a lot of cool stuff about it. As
I'm sure your brother has a lot to say about it.
well, my brother is he's
that's Paul. He's
Yep,
supposed to be.
that-
I mean,
was
look,
cool.
there was a lot of doubt in regards to the payout and if it was going to happen. And there's obviously the skepticism was warranted because of previous
like KMS and
previous events
Drift.
where a lot of promises were made and
Yeah.
they just fell through. So it's good to know that these promises are being fulfilled because, I mean, it's not just about.
it's a big I mean, there's more money. They're giving away more money than FD does
Yeah.
at a grassroots level. Now I don't know how much money they have backing them, but still, that's a big. This is really going to set the pace for them. I'll tell you that right now
Oh,
to
yeah.
do the next
Maybe
event.
so, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
So-
this might make FD step up.
So from what I
Like-
understand, Kevin Lawrence, which is he's a Pro 1 driver, right? Or Pro
Yeah.
2?
Pro 2.
Yeah,
He's
Pro
Pro
1,
2
no, Pro 1.
Pro 1?
Kevin
Oh, my
Lawrence.
apologies.
So he actually got taken out in the first round.
Yeah, I
which
heard.
was pretty crazy
Yeah.
to consider that here's a Pro 1 driver. Pro 1, it's not even just the driver, it's also the car.
Yeah.
For him to be able to take it out, that I don't know if he had mechanical issues. I don't know what all the facts
there.
are, but that was interesting. But for those 4 people that are watching, 4 or 5 people that are watching, if you don't know what the ranks were, if you don't know about Clutch Kickers, check them out on their website, clutchkickers.com, clutch with a K. 5th place was Brandon McDowell.
Yeah.
He was worth $500. What kind of car does he drive?
Driver. Yeah, he's a 350Z, a Juku Racing 350Z.
He's a Pro 2?
Yeah, he's a Pro 2
Pro 2.
driver.
4th place was Brian Wadman, or Wadman.
Don't know who
No
that
Don't
is.
know
idea.
who that is. 3rd place was Daniel Stuck.
Daniel
No idea.
Stuckey. Yeah, I know the name. I forgot what car he drives, but I think he's also in Pro 2.
Now, 2nd place was Taylor Ray. What I found interesting, what he said was, I didn't think I had a chance at winning. He drifts all the time. Why would you not think you have a chance?
He was being modest.
He's
He is
being modest,
being
humble.
being humble? Okay, we could dig that.
But I mean, it was cool that he came in 2nd place in a V8 Miata. Like, you know,
That's a
that's
darn
super
it.
light car. I mean, that's
yeah, but
that's,
it would seem like a difficult
Ugh.
car to drive. You know,
Yeah, but
especially at a competitive level.
well, he made it work because he got 2nd place and Alec Honadale got 1st.
Yeah.
And walked away
Well,
with $10,000.
So a lot of surprises there.
so Alec Honda, I was expecting somebody of his caliber to win, due to the fact that he is a pro driver and he was using his 900 horsepower S14.
Now I know there was some complaints about the there was a judging that they did. They did solo one more times.
Yeah, it was a one run one more time instead of like.
Oh, the one run. Yeah, that's what I meant. The
Yeah.
one run. Instead of doing a follow and a lead,
Yeah.
they just picked, I guess, whoever qualified higher got the lead
Yeah,
or something of that rather.
but or they flipped a coin or something. I forgot what it was, but that's unfair because usually when, let's say, there's a really, really, really good tandem.
Like this one right here.
Oh, let's watch
Yeah,
this. Let's
like-
watch. Let's see how it works out.
The guy. Let's say it's a
Nice.
very.
Yep. Oh, nice. Yep. Oh. There we go. That was a good run.
That was a good run.
One of the better
So,
runs that
Golf clap. Golf clap.
My problem with that is when there's like a really, really good run where both drivers are doing extremely well, the chase driver is the one that seems dominating because he's on his door and just, you know, and doing everything the guy in front. And the guy in front is just doing the best he can to put down the perfect qualifying run.
So you're saying that the lead car has the advantage?
No, I'm saying that the chase car really has the advantage.
Okay.
Like, because it's like, man, this guy in the lead is doing everything he can, but the chase car is looking like the rock star here. You know what I mean?
So right now, Paul is trying to look like a rock star, and he's accomplishing it because he did not spin in the first area that he was having issues with. So
Technically, he still hasn't spun.
Yeah, and oh, he made it through. So hey,
All
that
Was a
would have been a 0 still, regardless.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So, but yeah, I mean,
What? No. So did they give an explanation why they did that, or was it a time thing? Because I can understand when you're under a time crunch.
even still, man, it's just not fair to the competitors. I think that they should do both, you know, swapping, you know, 2 runs where they swap chase and leads, and because I mean that's, you know, that's the true test. Like it's like let's say that I was in that competition and they were like, okay, you're gonna chase. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm gonna lay it all on this guy's door, and it doesn't matter what he does, I'm gonna win. Because if I can keep up with him and drive at matches angle, matches line, and everything, though there's nothing he can do about it. You know what I mean? Like the only it's
Wow.
just not. Yeah, that car
Car's really
rips.
loud.
Yeah, that car rips. So it's just not fair to the competitors, in my opinion. Maybe the competitors that were actually in it have a different opinion about it. Maybe they're like cool with it. But I mean, in that situation, it's like I feel like somebody like Alec Conado, with the experience he has, with the skills he has, and the car that he was driving, how are you gonna beat the guy? You know?
Yeah, I see
You know,
the heart for the real, like, how can you say, solo, not solo, but they're privateer.
yeah.
Okay, like Taylor Ray's got money, he's got a bunch of cars. Okay,
Yeah,
he's really not. He's not your typical guy out here that's working like crazy to
Yeah.
just be able to come out here just to buy tires
Yeah.
to try to compete at that level.
Yeah.
So Taylor Ray, in all reality, he is a Pro 2 driver. I mean, the car that he had, it was a V8 Miata, so we're talking it was a bone stock Miata.
The car definitely ripped.
Right. So
But
for anybody to come out there and try to compete with them, we're going to see Pro 2 or Pro 1 drivers win every round. So it comes down to how much is it per event? It's like,
what, to enter?
yeah,
I think it was something like, what, $500?
yeah, $500.
Something around there. Look, but either way, look, all right, but with Kevin Lawrence, you know, getting dropped in the first round, it still gives you hope that anybody can win. But honestly, in the long run, with going round after round after round, I feel like it's gonna end up being a pro driver, because they are just that much better. They have that kind of experience. They have that kind of car. That, you know, like, dude, all right, if you watch the videos, like, don't get me wrong, Taylor drove his butt off, and he did awesome. He would do as good as I'd expect out of anybody. But when you look at the ability of Alec's car, the fact that Alec can drive just as fast as Taylor, but with more angle, It's like, come on, man. Like, 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 how are you gonna beat that? And the fact that that car can.
You beat that with a Corvette. That's how you beat it.
Oh,
You beat it with a vet. That's what it is.
You beat it with a vet. You beat it with a vet. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it's for the privateers, grassroots guys. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to win it, but.
Plus you got people that, if, I don't know, you get the Gravedigger effect. You got to go up against the better cars, the more experience.
Well, I mean, the Gravedigger effect definitely works in at a level like Formula Drift. But I think like when you come to these grassroots levels, like everybody really wants the underdog to win. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
Oh, nice. Wow. Great.
That was good. Good run. These guys are really growing on each other. They're doing good.
Yeah. So, anyway,
Getting tired, Ben?
No, I'm not getting tired.
whoa, guys,
Whoa.
What?
We got 5 viewers.
Oh,
Golly.
holy cow.
Wow.
I may almost get a panic attack. Yeah, we've had that.
Well, it's an upgrade. Oh, hang on, you missed out. Oh, there you go.
Where's he going?
He understeered into the grass.
Yeah, go back on him. What's going on?
Yeah,
with him?
camera 2.
Oh, there you go. Okay, he didn't make it out. Okay. It's a E30.
Yeah. Turbo?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh, the event's almost over, right?
Yep, it is. We are about to wrap it up. We got 6 more minutes left.
Yeah.
Any finishing thoughts or anything you guys want to talk about? Do we know when the next drift event is?
March 7th?
Yeah, I believe so, March 7th.
March 7th.
March
I do want to try to head up to maybe in April. Hopefully. I'd like to be able to get up there in March, but I think I got too much going on to be able to take a weekend and go up to Orlando Speed World and do an event in March. But we'll see. I'd like to go up there just for a weekend, do an event.
Yeah, we can definitely go out there and support, just give us a heads up.
Oh, yeah, of course. As soon as I figure out, talk to the wife.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be cool. Go to OSW. We might even venture off and, I mean, I'm not promising this, but we might even do a live stream out there.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I mean, we're not promising anything.
Right.
Guys, like, this is something we would like to do. If anybody that drives at OSW or runs the OSW events is watching, let us know if you would like for us to come out there.
Darn this thing.
Cover your event.
It's really bugging you, huh, Ben?
Yeah.
It is.
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, you'll be good.
All right.
Yeah, so let us know if you want us to come up there and we can cover your event. And, that'll be kind of cool, and have our boy out there drive his 350Z.
Who's this?
I believe that is, no, that's not Randy. Is that green S14? He's been killing it all night.
What happened with that 240 that had that LED strip on the wing?
That's a good question.
Maybe ran out of tires after.
Or maybe he lost his wing.
Maybe he lost his wing.
Maybe that was him. Lost his wing.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 95
Bump.
New Edge Mustang there spinning out. Here comes Randy and red 240. I don't know who the red 240
Oh, no. Yep.
Transitioned a little too early there.
He followed him into that line, and see,
Yeah, that's
if you're not aware of where you are, situational spatial awareness, you can fall into all those kinds of traps.
Yeah, and especially on a narrow course like this, it's important to know how to run your own line. Come cover Winter Jam 2020.
Is it anything like a Monster Jam?
It's better. I know that it's in Sonoma, California. Dude, that would be awesome.
That would be
I've
awesome.
always wanted to go to that event. obviously,
But we're balling on the budget.
yeah, obviously, budget is a concern here. But I mean, you never know. I mean, look, if we can generate enough interest in our live streams,
The desire is there.
yeah,
Right now, the funds aren't.
the desire.
The desire.
You gotta say it like desire.
The desire.
Yeah,
Desire.
I like the way you say it, Tim. We're
Desire.
gonna have to talk later.
Talking about desire, Noah has some weird taste in music.
Weird taste in music. We're getting off subject here.
Yeah. Okay. So
I just want to leave it at that.
So on the ride up, you were.
I was okay
Seduced?
on the ride up.
Maybe?
On the ride up.
Not seduced, but very intrigued because
We're okay. Can I just say?
some of the topics involve seduction.
Oh yeah, it was definitely
You
seductive.
listening to like Sade?
No, it was Steel Panther.
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
please don't.
let me explain
Steel
it.
Panther.
Don't ruin his virgin ears.
Let me explain it. Okay, so Steel Panther is a hair metal band.
Is it vulgar?
Huh?
Vulgar?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, extremely vulgar.
Oh, extremely vulgar.
But it's
Sexually
it's,
explicit.
it's a parody to bands like Motley Crue and that kind of thing.
So it's like NWA. Like NWA meets hair metal. Like raw.
no,
cursing.
because this is more
Like
like
Uncle
jokey.
Luke. Like Uncle Luke.
This
Hang
is
on,
more like
hang on.
jokey.
This is more important matters over here. We got Mr. Murphy,
Oh, yep.
Shazbot Shamamaram.
the other half of the Murphy brothers.
Oh, he's disappeared. He's disappeared.
How does he do that?
Where did he go?
Disappearing act.
Holy cow.
He's nowhere to be found.
Oh,
there
there
he
he
goes.
is.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
Sorry, headphones.
Oh, that's why he had to take off. He had a car in back of him.
So, all right, so they're like a hair metal band that all their topics are very sexually explicit, but it's just funny. It's just jokes the whole time.
Ben, were you laughing?
No, he wasn't because he's not a funny guy. So,
Oh, not a funny guy.
no, he's a funny looking guy,
Oh!
but he's not a
Whoa,
funny guy.
backlash.
Already my greetings here.
Yes. So, if you've
But
heard of
it's
Steel
okay.
Panther, I'm pretty sure you enjoy them because they're hilarious. Like, I don't mean to get off the family friendly.
Don't.
But hang on.
No, no,
I'm
there's
just
no
gonna
need for it.
name. I'm
There's
just
no
gonna
need
name
for
the
it.
name of the song.
Don't. There's no need. There's no need.
Yeah, it was on
Just
Anyway.
by giving the name of the band is enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
Just
Yeah,
let
I
them
already
go
said it. I
ahead
already
and,
said it.
and
Somebody
venture
might have
out
heard
on
it.
their
I don't
own.
know.
It's sexually explicit, so please be warned.
It's just funny, guys.
And this is something that Noel endorses.
Yes, because it's funny.
You're a whole nother person. I thought I knew you.
Yeah, exactly. I thought the same thing. Then I heard the lyrics. I'm like, really? Seriously? This is the filth
Oh
This
my
is the
goodness.
disgusting.
that you decide to consume?
How can you kiss your mother with that mouth?
All right.
Good night, Josh. We
Good
miss
night,
you.
Josh.
Take care, buddy.
Be easy.
Hey, if we can make it to Winter Jam, we'll let you know. But that's probably not happening. For
Winter
2020.
Jam.
All
But
right,
I'm-
it's
I'm
officially
definitely
over,
down.
guys. I just got word it's officially over.
Oh,
right, event's
okay,
over.
all
Wow,
right.
perfect
So,
timing, guys.
closing remarks then, I guess.
Well, okay. Well, I want to thank that racing channel for hosting this awesome event,
Yes, indeed.
allowing US Drift Circuit to come and
Tandem with their event.
yeah, tandem with their event. Yeah,
Yes.
Little event
I,
tandeming.
I want to also thank Chris Jackson for organizing.
Thank you,
this.
Chris.
World famous Chris Jackson.
World
Yes,
famous
world
Chris
famous
Jackson.
Chris Jackson.
I also want to thank Tim for bringing me my sandwich.
Oh, well, you're very welcome.
Thank you. And I want to thank Ben for sleeping in my car and keeping me real bored. That's why I had to listen to Steel Panther on the way up.
Steel Panther.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
that
not
for
even
some
look it
reason.
up because I mean
Yeah,
I got
don't-
enough
don't.
description. I don't.
Yes,
wanna look it
please don't.
Oh, don't worry. We'll listen to it on the way back. So.
No.
up. No, you. Well,
Yeah,
Homer's
we
right
will.
with
Well,
not
that's fine.
you.
I'll just
Yeah,
blast
yeah,
it
yeah.
and like
Oh,
drive next
man. Oh no, that's
So-
not what I want.
Yeah.
All right.
He'll probably be like, bro, don't you see? That's cool.
That's cool.
Also, I want to mention. All right, so I did mention it earlier. March 7th is our next event, and that event, the way we're gonna do the live stream, we're gonna be filming the road course because the kart track is no longer gonna be available to us.
If everything goes according to plan.
If everything goes according to plan and weather permitting
Can't
as
make
well.
any sort of promises. Yeah, I mean, because
We almost didn't make it today.
Yeah, we definitely almost didn't. It was bad. Like it was on and off. The wind was crazy. The wind is still kind of crazy now and then. And at least we have a tower to work on where we could actually set ourselves up for this. Over there, it's going to be a lot of more customization, so I don't know what's going to happen. So
yeah, but we're definitely going to try everything in our power to make it happen. And
yeah, definitely.
And I mean, if we can get it going, it's going to be awesome. We're going to have road course action, which is obviously more high speed.
It'll be more high speed, and it'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be awesome. I think we're and we're also going to be more immersed in the crowd as well. Although we're going to.
I don't know how that's going to be like.
Well, I mean, we're obviously going to close it off to the public, but you know,
we are.
Yes, we're going to like.
Oh,
but
okay.
you know, caution tape, I guess.
Oh, we are.
Police tape, yeah.
Oh,
we're
it's
gonna
news to me. I
We're
thought we
gonna
were just gonna build something on the back of my truck that we can have a platform.
Well, yes, exactly.
Well, yes, we're still
That's
gonna
the
do
idea,
that,
but still, like, kind of like segregate ourselves because then we don't want that background noise.
the background noise and people coming on camera doing stupid
Yeah,
stuff.
what's good about this? We also got. We didn't actually really see most of the event at all.
No,
That's right.
We actually watched most of the event through cameras, so that might be something we could think about too.
Yeah.
Not
definitely.
necessarily having to be in.
We're gonna be closer to
mix.
the action. We're gonna have to figure out how to.
We got a lot to work
filter
on.
out the noise.
Point is, we got a lot of
with
work.
the mic.
We got a lot to work on, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Tim, your closing remarks.
My closing remarks. I just had a good time. I always have a good time.
Yeah,
talking to you guys, hanging
that's
out.
good. That's good.
I'm glad Paul got to bring his car out here and try it out.
Yeah, try it out.
I'm just excited about the 2020 and what 2020 has to bring, and
You know,
where we could go and what we could do, and
I also
whether
had a
it's
good
just
time.
what we're doing.
I also had a good time, like giving out alternate facts. So.
Yeah. False news, fake news.
Oh shoot.
Yes.
This is wild.
3,800-pound Volvo.
Yeah, definitely. Like he mentioned, March 7th. Go and check that out. That's the next event. For more information, check out usdriftcircuit.com. Also check them out on the facebook.com/usdriftcircuit. Also, since you're watching this, obviously it's imperative, and world famous Chris Jackson would appreciate it if you like and subscribe. This live stream. So obviously, it's only right now at 14, so it needs to grow. But for that, it'll be obviously it'll be good.
Who's Henry?
I don't know.
All talks too much.
I think I know who it is.
I
think I know who it is. Yeah.
You know,
But yeah, going back, just make sure to like and subscribe. War Famous Chris Jackson and US Drift Circuit would appreciate it. Also, the Instagrams, Instagram.com/US Drift Circuit. Also want to thank PBIR for letting us run their event.
Right.
Run at the track. Yeah, I don't want to say destroy. I don't want to say that.
We're
that's
drifters.
good.
We destroy
Basically,
everything.
you want everybody follow,
Yeah.
subscribe. We follow back. We subscribe back.
Yeah.
Support local events.
What was
Yeah, of
yours
course.
again? I do drifting.
I Do Drifting is my Instagram, my Facebook, and my YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, and again, and we'll probably be doing another skip patch show before the next
Absolutely.
event.
Absolutely.
So make sure to check out our YouTube channel, SFL Drifters. And I actually thank everybody for tuning in. That was fun. I can't wait to do this again. And we hope to see you next time.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Peace out.